So, good afternoon. My name is Richard. This is Over and Over and Over Again. It is, of course, Matchday Live. What a game that we have got for you this afternoon. It is, of course, Champions League semi-final, second leg. It is Lyon against Arsenal. Can we overturn that 2-1 first leg defeat and make it through to our first Champions League final? Since it's been called the Champions League, it will, of course, be the second time we've been in the final of this competition. Can we do it? Let's find out. So, good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. How are you feeling? Are you confident we can turn this around? Of course, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because having seen Barcelona dismantle Chelsea 8-2 on aggregate, can we beat them in the final? I don't know. But we need to be there, don't we? Let's be honest. And who knows, a one-off game, anything can happen. Now, what team has Renee gone with for this second leg today? Let's have a look then, shall we? So this is the Arsenal lineup then. Good news in goal. Daphne Van Domselaar is back. That is great news, isn't it? The back four, same as last week. Emily Fox, Leah Williamson, Steph Catley, Katie McCabe. In midfield, Kim Little, Mariona Caldente and Frida Marnham. And the other change to the starting lineup is in the front three. Chloe Kelly starts in place of Beth Mead alongside Caitlin Foord and, of course, Leslie Russo. On the bench then for Arsenal, the two goalkeepers, Manu Zinsberger, Naomi Williams. There's Lotta Ubermoy, Amanda Illerstadt, Katie Reid, Jenna Nice-Wonga, Leah Volti, Kyra Cooney-Cross, Vicky Palova, Rosa Kafaji, Beth Mead, and Stina Blackstenius. We're pretty much full strength, let's be honest. Everybody's pretty much fit, aren't they, and available, so that's good news. For Lyon, and they've made a couple of changes where it's Christiane Endler in goal. They're back for Ellie Carpenter, Vanessa Gilles, Wene Renard is back, the captain for Lyon, and Selma Basher in the back four. It is Damaris, Lindsay Heaps, and of course Melchi Damane, of course, scored the second goal last week. And in their front three is Tabitha Chiwenga, Ada Hedeberg, who comes in as well, and Kadiatu Diani. So that is the teams. And what do we make of the Arsenal lineup? Not really too many surprises. I think we're just all delighted that Daphne's in goal, because I think had she been in goal last week, we probably wouldn't be starting this game 2-1 down. But there you go. It is what it is. We're going to have to find a way to turn that around today. We've certainly got the capability of doing it, haven't we? Let's be honest. But it's just a matter of if we can actually do it or not. Emerson's with us. Hey, my friend. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well on this sunny afternoon. Roy as well says, come on, you ladies, indeed. Joe says, Foxy this time. Tuck your elbow in, indeed. Amos says there, I am you're from Kenya, right? Good stuff. Big Arsenal fan. We go Gunners. We are going to win. 4-1. Wow, that's a confident prediction. I like that. Hope you're right, my friend. Joe says, afternoon. I'm not watching. Too nervous. And I've become intolerant of disappointments. No, you've got to watch, Joe. Come on. It might be one of the greatest games you've ever seen. Joe says, good luck to you guys. No, come on, Joe. Come on. Get it on. Get it on. Come on, watch the game. You'll be so disappointed. You'll be more disappointed if you miss us making the comeback and winning than you will if we lose. You will, honestly. You'll be more disappointed that you made the decision not to watch it and miss it. So come on. I understand how you feel, but come on, it's this is a game where I think last week's game, we know obviously the result wasn't what we wanted. It was disappointing. We know that, but let's be honest. I thought we did enough in that game to suggest that we can score a goal or two here. We're definitely in goal as well now. I think we're more likely to stop them scoring, but we can do it. We can do it. And it could be one of the greatest comebacks that this team's ever done. You know, we've made a history, haven't we, recently of coming back. I know the Real Madrid game, totally different circumstances. The second leg was at home, and we know what an advantage that is in these circumstances when you're behind. It's going to be much more difficult here away from home. But, you know, we can't make the excuse of the pitch that we had in Madrid. This pitch looks perfect, a perfect surface for us to play on. It's a nice stadium. You know, it's I don't think it's the stadium the men playing, is it? But it's certainly actually it might be. It's a very nice stadium anyway, and a lovely pitch. So there's no excuses. The weather's perfect. It's all set up for us, isn't it? I suppose that the weather's perfect for them as well. I guess so, isn't it? But anyway, let's just get it done. The teams are coming out. Wendy Reynard leading out the Lyon side, playing all in white, of course, and Arsenal in their black kit today, being led out by captain Kim Little, of course. And there you go. Angie's with us as well. Good afternoon. Can see that we should be able to see the chat, shouldn't you? Matthew says, holla indeed. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. The teams are just coming out here in Lyon, and it is so good to see Daphne Van Domselaar back fit in goal. What a big bit of news that is for us. I've got to be honest. I think if Manu was in goal, I don't think there's any chance that we would go through, because almost inevitably they would score. And I think if they score today, it's going to be really difficult for us. I think the first goal is important, really important. We have to score first, quite honestly. I think if they get the first goal and it's 3-1 on aggregate, I can't see us coming back from that. But if we can get the first goal, level it up, then they're going to get a little bit nervy. And who knows? Who knows? We'll have a chance then, won't we? But we have to score first. It doesn't matter at what point in the game that goal is, whether it's in the first 5 minutes or if it's in the last 5 minutes. We have to score that first goal, get ourselves in front in this game, put pressure on them, and then who knows what might happen. What I don't want to see us doing is chasing the game too early, because we saw last week they've got the quality and the pace to cause us a lot of problems on the counter-attack, and we need to make sure we don't fall into that trap. They're going to be dangerous from set pieces as well, aren't they, with the height and aerial power of Wendy Reynard, so we need to watch out for that. But yeah, we just need to manage the game well. I'll be quite happy if it stays 0-0 well into the second half tonight, and it's still 2-1 to them on aggregate. I'll be quite happy with that, because we can score a goal later on. It's fine. We don't need to take too many risks and push it too early, do we? So there we go. Emerson says, Lyon knocked down their old stadium and the new stadium is like the Emirates. So it looks very nice. It looks, is that the men's stadium as well? Is it? It looks like it must be. There's no way there'll be a women's stadium that big. No matter how good Lyon are, I would imagine it is the men's stadium, isn't it? It's a fantastic stadium. It looks it anyway. Roy says, looks like a 10,000 crowd, very poor for the so-called Real Madrid of women's football. Great turnout once again by Arsenal. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anywhere is ever going to match the crowds that we get. It's just not going to happen, is it? In Europe, it just doesn't. Okay, we're taking the sort of pre-match stuff here. You've got Wendy Reynard and Kim Little. Wendy Reynard's about 6 inches taller than Kim Little. It looks quite strange, them two standing alongside each other. Very, very influential players, though, aren't they, in different ways? Wendy Reynard is, of course, one of the best ever. Matthew says, yeah, let's do what Chelsea couldn't. Well, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you've only got a chance of winning a final if you're in it. If you're not in the final, you've got no chance of winning it, have you? So, we need to get there, and who knows? Joe says, it's not the women's stadium. The women's ground is no better than the Everton women's ground. Oh, right, okay. I mean, yeah, it looked like the main stadium, doesn't it? I mean, it looks fantastic. Obviously, it's only very sparsely populated with fans, but I say that's where we are in Europe at the minute, and it will grow, and it's going to take time. We've done a great job in England, helped by winning the Euros, of course, and we're leading the way, aren't we, with the crowds and stuff like that. But everyone else will catch up eventually, I'm sure. But we might not necessarily lead the way on the pitch in Europe, although we're about to find out over the next next 90 minutes and potentially a final. But we certainly lead the way off the pitch, don't we? There's no doubt about that. Anyway, they're doing a minute's silence for a memory of Pope Francis, of course, who did die last week. So there we go. We are ready now for the kickoff here in Lyon. It is Lyon against Arsenal, Champions League semi-final, second leg. Lyon, of course, going to this game with a 2-1 advantage. after that first leg last week at the Emirates. Disappointing, obviously, for Arsenal, but we've got the capability to turn this around, haven't we? So let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Frederick says it does for Hammarby, Stockholm, Sweden. Big crowd, does it? Oh, good stuff. I mean, it is good that it's happening. We're also going to be kicking off all in black. We are attacking a goal to our left in this first half, which was the same way that we attacked when we won 5-1. It wasn't in this stadium, was it? But we did win 5-1 away at Lyon, of course, 2 years ago in the Champions League group stage. That was before Joe Montemurro, of course, took over. And great success that he's had as well, hasn't he? But what a great sight it is to see Daphne Van Domselaar in goal for Arsenal, wearing an all yellow kit. Is going to be Arsenal to get us off and underway here in Lyon, the Olympique. I think it's called the Olympique Stadium, isn't it? Olympique Lyon. It is, of course, the club. And we're just getting ready. I'm not quite sure what the delay is. Are they waiting for TV? Anyway, we are off and underway. Leslie Russo touches it back to Steph Catley. And then Leah Williamson will play it back to Daphne Van Domselaar just outside the Arsenal penalty area away to our right-hand side. Steph Catley now gives it back to the Arsenal goalkeeper. We need a good start in the game, don't we? We need a confident start. We don't necessarily need to take risks or anything like that. I mean, an early goal would be lovely, but we don't need an early goal. You know, we're trying to come forward now over on that far side very early on. This is good stuff. Chloe Kelly, can she get the cross in? She's held up briefly. In fact, sorry, I think it's actually Emily Fox. The sun's over on that side of the pitch, quite difficult to make the players out. Anyway, the ball tries to get across it. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal. It was Chloe Kelly on the second phase there, won the corner, and it's gone out for a corner to Arsenal very early on. PA says, why can't I see the match? Well, you can if you go onto the DAZN website. I can't show it because the channel just gets shut down, copyright issues. And unfortunately, I don't have enough money to pay to be able to show the game. But anyway, we'll give you a commentary. So if you can't watch it, stay with us. Anyway, so corner to Arsenal over on the far side, the right-hand side, inside the first minute here. An early goal would be nice, but it isn't necessarily essential, is it? But let's get one anyway, shall we? Let's get one from this corner. The corner comes in. It's Katie McCabe. It's very deep towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Headed out, though. It was there. And Arsenal will keep possession here with Kim Little on this near side. Leah Williamson gives it back to Kim Little. Can she get the cross in? She does towards the edge of the penalty area. The shot's going to come in. No, it's not. The Lyon defence there just crowded it out. I think it was Frida Marnham. And now this is the danger, isn't it? Lyon on the counter-attack up this near side with Diani. Of course, got that opening goal last week. I do think she was offside. But anyway, it was given. But Arsenal deal with that counter-attack. Well, actually, good defensive work from Caitlin Foord. El Loco says, I've got hope that we can do something today. The only reason that DVD is in goal is against Chunky Fires. Exactly, yeah, that's exactly. We all feel the same, my friend. I'm sure we do. Terry Jones as well, of course. He says, afternoon, Richard. Come on, you go, girls. And hello to all in the chat. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Indeed, yes, hit like and subscribe. And we'll be flying. Anyway, it is Lyon coming forward here with Diani on this near side. That's a crossing towards the edge of the 6-yard box, but no Lyon player can get the hang of it, get on the end of it, sorry, and Emily Fox can clear it away to Caitlin Foord up this near side. It's very open start to the game, not really what we wanted. You know, that's a good ball played into Frida Marnham. Oh, there's a good tackle on her there in midfield from Damaris. Wasn't a great first touch, actually, there from Frida Marnham, but it's been quite end-to-end, hasn't it, in the first, 2.5 minutes. If this is what the game's going to be, it's going to be certainly a good watch. It's just it might be quite stressful from our point of view. Anyway, Leon just giving the ball away in midfield. Leah Williamson picks it up, tries to play the ball forward there to Chloe Kelly, but she couldn't quite stretch enough to reach it. And now Lyon in possession over on that far side. Terry says they've got less fans than Chelsea. Well, I don't know if they've got less fans than Chelsea. No one's got less fans than Chelsea, have they? Anyway, Arsenal are coming forward over on that far side with Emily Fox. Finds Chloe Kelly. Gives it back to Emily Fox on halfway. Now it's with Leah Williamson. Arsenal certainly enjoying some good possession in the early stages here. Mariona's ball forward there is going to be dealt with quite easily there by Wendy Reynard, who is, of course, back. Brian says there, when is the game starting? The game's already started, my friend. It is 3.5 minutes played. Still 0-0, as you can see on the screen. And Arsenal have started reasonably well. But Lyon won't be that bothered, will they? That's a bad mistake. Actually giving the ball straight to Caitlin Foord. And now Caitlin Foord can come forward on this near side on the edge of the Lyon penalty. Plays it into Leslie Russo. Tries to play it on into the box. Kim Little. Oh, it's a good save. And Arsenal almost with the early goal. Kim Little's effort there. Touched round the post by Endler. It was a mistake at the back, actually, by Giles, I think it was, and Caitlin Foord did really well. Leslie Russo held it up and then touched it into the path of Kim Little. That's on target, and that's a good save from Endler. And almost with the early goal there for us. I mean, the ball maybe just curled in towards the goalkeeper rather than away from her. Still a good save, but that's good from Arsenal. Really good from Arsenal. Now it is a corner to Arsenal on this near side this time. Second corner we've had. We've played 4.5 minutes. Well, what a start. That was almost the perfect start, wasn't it? Captain Kim would have gone anyway. The corner comes in this time. Judge 6-yard box. Everyone misses it, and it's gone in. I think it's an own goal from a defender from Lyon. Arsenal have got the early goal. Wow, incredible stuff. I think it's got to be an own goal. Frida Marnham is celebrating. It was Chloe Kelly's corner. I think it's an own goal. We don't care who scored it. It's gone in, and wow. Less than 5 minutes on the clock, and it is. I think it's Damaris with the own goal. Couldn't get out of the way of it, really. I think Frida Marnham would have headed it in anyway, regardless. But the defender has got the final touch. It is an own goal. And wow, we are level on aggregate here. Incredible scenes, incredible stuff here. Absolutely incredible. Arsenal, I've turned it round within 5 minutes. We needed the first goal. I said not to get it too early, maybe, but anyway, we scored. Bongo Gunnar says, get in. And Michael says, Dazza not showing the game here in Bulgaria. Okay. Anyway, Leon looking for an instant response there, but well defended there from Leah Williamson. And now Arsenal with Kim Little in possession, just plays it back to Leah Williamson. Wow. Incredible start. Brilliant stuff, this. Wow. 5 minutes played, and Arsenal have got the lead on the day or the night, and it's 2-2 on aggregate. Still an awful long way to go. Chan says, I hope both men and women's team make Champions League final. Wouldn't that be something? That would be a first, wouldn't it? Wow, that would be quite incredible. The women obviously can get the job done today. The Arsenal men, of course, play their first leg on Tuesday night. We'll be here for that one, of course. That's against PSG, another French team. Let's see if we can get the result against them. But let's get this game won first. We haven't won it yet. It's only 2-2 on aggregate, of course. Anything can happen still. Alice says, why can't we watch live on DAZN? I don't know. I didn't know it wasn't on. I've got it on the DAZN website. I know it wasn't on the YouTube. I don't know what reason for that. Anyway, Katie McCabe wins the throw for Arsenal. Perfect start, really, isn't it? Wow. The perfect start. Couldn't really wanted anything better, could we, I suppose? We needed to score the first goal. I say I wasn't bothered if it was in the first 5. I said, didn't I, the first 5 minutes or last 5 minutes, but it's in the first 5 minutes. And now we've got a lot of work to do for 85 minutes, haven't we? We didn't have a goal, of course. Anyway, Diani coming forward now for Leon on this near side inside the penalty area. Chips across. It took a deflection off Katie McCabe. It is going to be a corner to Leon. Their first corner of the game. The first time they've really threatened, actually. And it was... they moved the ball well, don't they, Leon, in their final third. And good defending there from Katie McCabe to stop that cross. But it is a corner. And, of course, we know what happens from the corners. Wendy Reynard makes an appearance in the penalty area. And she is very, very dangerous from these situations, isn't she? Mainly because she's about 8'4". And no one can get near. Anyway, this corner comes in. This time it's towards the near post. Daphne does well after 2 or 3 attempts, but she's lost the ball. It's inside the penalty area, and it's fired over the bar. Oh, that was a big chance there. Daphne came for that corner. She did well initially. Couldn't quite get the ball under her spell. She punched it, and then she punched it twice. And in the end, it was Reynard who got the ball. Maybe not quite so dangerous with her feet as she is with her head. But it was initially, in fact, it was poor handling, actually. It wasn't a punch. And then she got herself in a bit of a muddle. And Arsenal got away with that a little bit, actually. Is that a little bit of nerves from Daphne? Of course, just back in the team following her injury. Oh, that's really good play, actually, on this near side by Lyon. And they are now looking to try to get themselves a grip in this game. But Arsenal won the ball there. Katie McCabe on this near side. She's done really well. Now there's a bit of space for Frida Marnham. Plays it back inside to Katie McCabe. Not really a lot of Arsenal players in the box, but Katie McCabe's gone the long way round. And then surely she's fouled. Surely that was a foul. The referee says no. Katie McCabe looks bemused, but Lyon have the ball. It was Diani, I think it was, with a challenge. It did look like a foul, didn't it? She seemed to come through the back of her. Anyway, the referee said no. And it has gone out for a throw. Well, it has gone out for a throw now to Lyon, but not quite sure why that wasn't given. Renee there is speaking to the fourth official. Maybe get some clarification on that decision, because it looked a foul, didn't it? But anyway, it wasn't given. So if it's not given, it's not given. There's nothing we can do, but it definitely looked like a foul, didn't it? Anyway, it's another throw to Lyon on the near side, which they've taken quickly. Diani there with good feet gets away from Frida Marlin, but Arsenal defending well. We're closing down the spaces really quickly. Every time Lyon get the ball, we're in their face, and that's what we need to do tonight. And that's what we've done so far. 10 minutes played on the night. It's Lyon 0, Arsenal 1. That's 2-2 on aggregate, of course. And this semi-final is up. It's in the balance. Oh, Lyon have given the ball away again. Can Arsenal break here? They still might do. The ball's coming through on this near side. It's come through to Caitlin Foord. There's some space over on that far side for Chloe Kelly. That's a good ball from Caitlin Foord. If we can get a second goal here, it would be great, wouldn't it? Chloe Kelly whips the ball into the near post. Cleared away. And every time we come forward, we're looking dangerous, aren't we? This has got glimpses of that 5-1 win here a couple of years ago, hasn't it? Every time we come forward, we look like we might score. And they look a little bit panicked at the back, Lyon, don't they? We've certainly got them rattled. They've given the ball away a couple of times. We're in possession again here. Kim Little now plays the ball back to Steph Catley. It's a nice ball forward to Mariona. Manages to touch it out wide to Katie McCabe. And now Caitlin Foord right on this near touchline. Arsenal's left. Running inside. This is a good run inside the penalty. Caitlin Foord gets a shot away. And it's straight at the goalkeeper. Endler, that's a good save. And Arsenal are looking really, really bright in this early stages of this game. Caitlin Foord's effort there was a fairly comfortable save, but another effort at goal. And really good stuff. Anyway, Diani now trying to come forward up this near side. Good play from her, but the pass inside wasn't accurate. Leah Williamson tidied that up. And Katie McCabe touches it back to Daphne Van Domselaar. Lyon 0, Arsenal 1 is the score at the moment. That's 2-2 on aggregate, of course. But the way Arsenal started this game, we've definitely got the momentum with us, and we need to take advantage of that. If we can get a second goal while we're on top here, that would cancel out the 2 goals they got, wouldn't it? Not that away goals count in the Champions League anymore, or Europe at all anymore, but it'd be nice, wouldn't it, to get the cushion of a second goal. Lyon will have spells in this game. We know they're going to be dangerous from set plays, but we're on top so far. We need to make the most of it. That's a lovely ball again inside. Frida Marlin touches it on to Steph Catley coming forward in the left-back position. The cross comes in towards the penalty spot, but goal kick Rendler's out. Leslie Russo was never going to really get on the end of that, was she? So we've got the comment there from the art of JRG. Come on, you Gunners, indeed. Vicky says still down our left. Well, it is still down our left-hand side, but, you know, it's working at the minute. But we are coming forward down the right now. Chloe Kelly's not going to quite get there when the Reynard steps in. Good defending from the captain. The art of JRG says, crazy, we can't get the game anywhere. Well, yeah, I don't know where in the world you are, my friend, but I've got it on the DAZN website at the moment. Anyway, stay with us because we'll keep you informed of everything that's happening here in what could be an exciting night for the Arsenal women, couldn't it? Chloe Kelly now over on that far side. Arsenal's right, touches it in field. Kim Little bringing the ball forward. Thought about a cross, instead plays it back out to Chloe Kelly right over on that far side. Thought about a cross, but plays it back into Leah Williamson. That wasn't a good ball, actually. But again, Lyon haven't managed to deal with that particularly well. And Arsenal pick up possession again. This has been a really aggressive, bright start from Arsenal. It's paid off already with the goal. It was an own goal from a Chloe Kelly corner. But it doesn't matter who scores, does it? Let's be honest. Anyway, that's a nice ball forward. Frida Marlin just on the edge of the penalty. Tried to thread the ball through to Leslie Russo, but it was cleared away. And Lyon put it out for a throw to Arsenal. Matthew says, DAZN International has it, but you got to sign up. Yeah, I think I'd already signed up before. It's free from what I remember. I didn't have to pay. Texas. Thanks for the shout and thanks for keeping us. No worries at all, my friend. I'm glad you're with us. Please like and subscribe as well while you're here. Why not? Anyway, the ball's now back with Daphne Van Domselaar midway inside the Arsenal half. Touches it off to Steph Catley, gets it back, and now plays it out to that far side. Leah Williamson gives it back again to Daphne. She's retreated back now just outside the Arsenal penalty and plays it forward to Kim Little. This is nice football from Arsenal. Leah Williamson touches it forward to Emily Fox. The fullback's getting forward quite a lot in this early stages of this game. Chloe Kelly now over on that far side. Dinks the ball in looking for Leslie Russo. Is it going to fall to Caitlin Foord? Not quite. Well defended there at the far post by Ellie Carpenter. But again, Arsenal looking at the most threatening side here. That was a lovely ball in again. Actually, I think it was an own goal by the goalkeeper, actually, looking at that replay there. Oh, yeah, it's hit the defender, Damaris, it hit the goalkeeper on the back and gone in. A really, really scrappy goal, but we don't care, do we? We don't care. Grecia says, watching from Texas too. Thank you for having this live stream. No problem at all. Take Arsenal to win today 2-0. Well, we might do. We're 1-0 up at the minute, but it has gone down as an end own goal by the goalkeeper. But we don't care. It's another corner from Chloe Kelly again. Are we going to score another one from a corner from Chloe Kelly? But the referee is not. What's happening here? Oh, I think the ball wasn't quite inside the circle enough. It still doesn't look like it is. But anyway, we don't care, do we? Anyway, Chloe Kelly's corner towards the near post again. The goalkeeper punches this one clear. But again, it's Arsenal pick the ball up with Chloe Kelly. Now it's with Mariona. Touches it off over on that far side. Emily Fox finds Leah Williamson, drills across, but it's not a great cross. It's gone out over the top for a goal kick. Maybe Leah in a right wing position isn't her most natural position, is it, for Leah Williamson? And that cross there wasn't really the required level. But anyway, it's been a great start from Arsenal. 16 minutes on the clock. And it is, of course, 1-0 on the night to Arsenal. That is 2-2 on aggregate. Wow, this semi-final could well go the distance, couldn't it? There certainly wasn't much to choose between the sides last week. Although Arsenal have been a much better team in the early stages here. There's no doubt we're just giving the ball away. Leslie Russo it was. This is where we need to be careful because we saw how dangerous they were on the counter-attack last week. But Emily Fox is going to get to that ball there before Ellie Carpenter plays it back to Daphne and gets it back again. This is really good play from Arsenal. We're looking confident. We're looking comfortable. And that was just as I say that, Emily Fox passes it straight out for a throw. Ryan says, good Daphne's in goal. Exactly. And I think that's given everyone a lift, actually. I've got to be honest. I mean, you know, Manu's been a great servant for the club, but there's no question that she's not good enough anymore at the top level. And we saw that last week again. And the fact that Daphne's playing, I think we're all a little bit more confident that we could turn this game around. And we're in front. We just need a clean sheet now and to get that second goal. And we're there. I know it sounds simple, doesn't it? It's not going to be that simple. And we have only played 17 minutes. So there's loads of time left in this second leg yet. But it's been a fantastically good start from Arsenal. It really has. We're on the front foot. We're winning the ball back. We're not letting Lyon settle. And every time we've had the ball, we're looking really, really dangerous every time we come forward. Maureen says, hi, longest time. Hope you have been okay. And yourself here, good to see you again. I've not been on the channel quite as much recently. I was away for a bit and I've had a few other things on. But obviously, we're going to be here for the Champions League semi-finals. We can't not do it, can we? Far too exciting. Anyway, it's a throw to Lyon, but good defensive header there it was from Chloe Kelly, who's trying to push everyone up the pitch. She seems to have swapped sides with Caitlin Foord at the minute. Anyway, so Lyon coming forward across from that far side. It's going to come all the way across. Then Dumares it was with that Dumare, sorry, with that cross there. Goes right the way across and it's gone out for a throw. That was dangerous there, actually. We haven't seen too much, have we, of Melchi Dumano, who scored that second goal last week. She's the top scorer. She's got 20 goals this season, mainly playing in midfield as well. She did more played in a more up front position last week, but today she's a little bit deeper with Hederberg in the side. Anyway, it's a throw to Lyon. Selma Basher's going to take it over on that far side. And Arsenal going to have won the ball back with Kim Little. Now it's fallen to Frida Mann. And wow, Arsenal really aggressive. And that was maybe the one thing last week that maybe we wasn't quite as aggressive as them, were we? But we certainly have been in the opening 19 minutes here today. Absolutely brilliant stuff, this from Arsenal. Leah Williamson plays out to that far side. Emily Fox plays the ball forward. Really good play from Caitlin Foord again. Touches it into Mariona, and she couldn't quite thread the ball through to the run there of Leslie Russo, and Lyon do pick the ball up, and they're going to try and come forward on a counter-attack. But again, it's great defending there, and that was Mariona working so hard, as always. Maureen says, who scored the first? Well, it was an own goal. It was actually an own goal from the Lyon goalkeeper, Christiane Endler. It was a corner from Chloe Kelly, hit a defender, hit a goalkeeper on the back and went in. Scrappy goal, doesn't matter. We'll take it. Another own goal will do. John says, is there VAR in this game? I would imagine so. There was last week, wasn't there? So you can't have it in one leg and not the second leg. So obviously it's in the main stadium, so they've got the capability of VAR. So I would only assume it is, because it was in the game last week, and I'm pretty sure you can't have it in one semi-final and not in the other. Especially when you look at there were a couple of big decisions that went to VAR last week. Obviously our penalty and the first Lyon goal. So it would be crazy not to have VAR in the second leg, wouldn't it? When it played such a big part in the game last week. Didn't affect the result, of course. I thought the result of that game was probably about fair. I thought Lyon, certainly in the first half, shaded it. We were maybe a slightly better team in the second half, but I think over the 90 minutes, they probably were just about the better side last week, Lyon. But there's no doubt we've been the better side in the first 21 minutes here tonight. And we lead 1-0. Emily Fox with a good tackle there over on the far side. It's going to be a throw to Lyon coming up towards the midway point in this first half. It's been a brilliant first half from Arsenal so far. Joseph said, how many minutes have we played? We have played 21 minutes almost here. The final, of course, don't forget, is on the 24th of May in Lisbon, as of course it is. Anyway, Diani's got clear on his near side. Katie McCabe's across there. Brilliant tackle, but it's going to be a corner. And I don't know if Diani was offside again, but I don't think she was. Ryan says, saw the Chelsea score. Oh dear, Slaughter. They are. Yeah, it doesn't fill me with much confidence if we get through and play Barcelona, but a one-off game, who knows? Who knows? Stranger things have happened. If we play like we've played here, then so far we've certainly got a good chance, haven't we? I've never seen. Well, I say I've never seen. It's been unusual to see Arsenal so fired up for a game like this. A bit like we were in the second leg against Madrid, I suppose. Really, when we was at home for that one. Anyway, a corner to Lyon goes towards the back post when it's come to the danger of Wendy Renard, but Arsenal do manage to clear it away. Not very far though. It comes to the edge of the penalty. Again, it's an Arsenal foot gets in the way. That was Mariona. And Arsenal defended so well. And again, we've defended that well. Kim Little that time. The loose ball does fall to Lyon. Cross comes in towards the penalty spot. The header comes in and it's gone just wide. And it was a header at the far post there. But it's gone past the post. I think it was Gilles with the header. And it's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. 22 minutes played. And it is Arsenal in control of this second leg. But it is 2-2 on aggregate. But Arsenal started this game so well. The ball is now back with the Lyon goalkeeper, Endler. It's her own goal that gave Arsenal the lead. I say it was a strange goal, a scrappy goal, but sometimes in a semi-final you need a little bit of luck, and we certainly got a little bit of luck with a goal. But the way we've played so far in this game, we've deserved it. We've deserved that bit of luck, but we need to build on that now. We need a second goal, really, don't we? John says, how does the pitch look? It's a fantastic pitch. It's played in the main stadium. The pitch is perfect. No complaints at all with the pitch. It looks fantastic. It's as good as a Premier League pitch. Let's be honest. It looks as good as a Premier League pitch. So no excuses on the pitch front today. And certainly the way that we've started this game. Mariona just dillied on the ball there and got caught in possession. She's working hard to try and win it back. Eddie Carpenter now plays the ball forward and a bit of a loose touch again. And Caitlin Foord's in. And Caitlin Foord's had a brilliant start to this game, you have to say. She's been buzzing around, busy, winning the ball, forcing mistakes. And the ball is now back with the goalkeeper, Endler, for Lyon. Lyon 0, Arsenal 1 on the night. That's 2-2 on aggregate. But Arsenal definitely in the ascendancy here. Momentum of this game is definitely in Arsenal's favour. Can we get this second goal? And that would really set the Lyon nerves jangling, wouldn't it? If we can actually get ourselves in front in the tie, which we've not managed to do yet. Of course, we trailed twice last week. Got ourselves level. We've got ourselves level again. Can we get ourselves in front finally? And surely that's a foul this time. Ellie Carpenter on Katie McCabe. She picks her up and can smile about it. It was a foul by the Australian. A little push in the back. And Katie McCabe almost put a little reaction in, which could have been dangerous for her. But anyway, Arsenal take that free kick a little bit quickly, a little bit too quickly actually. But God, their goalkeeper don't look very comfortable, does she? She's got the Manu vibe about her. I mean, she made some good saves last week, and she made some good saves. She made a good save already in this game, but she certainly looks uncomfortable at times with balls into the box and with the ball at her feet. And she's just kicked that ball straight out there for a throw to Arsenal. Over on this near side, Katie McCabe is going to take it. And Arsenal looking for a second goal, which would be quite a story, wouldn't it? Katie McCabe again on this near side. Can she win the corner? In fact, the ball's gone off the Arsenal player. It's going to be a goal kick instead to Lyon. 25.5 minutes played. Lyon nil, Arsenal 1 on the night. That's 2-2 on aggregate. And Arsenal are playing really, really well here. There's absolutely no doubt about it. And Lyon again have given the ball away at the back. It's come straight to Mariona. It's a free header for Leslie Russo. Oh, and she's put it wide. Oh, big chance there for Leslie there to equal, to put her head, on aggregate there. Again, it was a poor mistake at the back from Lyon. A cross came in, a free header. Okay, yeah, she's out 10, 12 yards out. But she's got to surely head that on target. She's put it wide. So much time. Wendy Ranard was nowhere near her. And surely Leslie Russo's got to do better there. And anyway, Arsenal nearly got in a muddle there. Katie McCabe and Steph Catley. And Steph Catley's given the ball away, but you can see the pace there of Lyon, and Katie McCabe reacted a bit late, and she's come across and she's conceded the free kick. It was a foul there on De Mornay, and the referee's having a word with Katie McCabe. I don't think she's going to get a yellow card. Caught out by the pace a little bit there. I mean, Arsenal got in a bit of a muddle at the back, it has to be said. And then Katie McCabe realised she had a race on there with De Mornay. Couldn't quite get there, and it was a foul. It's not a yellow card, is it? Let's be honest. It's just a little bit of a clumsy challenge, really, isn't it? And it is a free kick to Lyon. On this near side. And Arsenal got two players in the wall. It's almost like a corner. In fact, there's Steph Cat is actually getting some treatment at the moment, actually, from that earlier incident there when her and Katie McCabe got in each other's way. And this wouldn't be good news, would it, if Steph's injured? She had a good start to this game. It was actually Katie McCabe who injured her, inadvertently, obviously. But anyway, we have got Lotta on the bench. We have got Amanda Illister on the bench. And we have got Katie Reid on the bench. Not quite sure we'd want to throw Katie Reid into this game. I mean, Lotta, if she's fit, she's on the bench. You'd imagine she's fit to come on potentially. But anyway, let's hope Steph's okay. She's receiving some lengthy treatment here, though, on her ankle. In fact, it's Amanda Illister who's warming up quite vigorously. So maybe they might have to bring Amanda in. Wow, a big game for her to come into, wouldn't it be? She's hardly played, of course, this season since coming back, of course, from actually, it looked like Kate McCabe whacked the ball against her ankle. Anyway, she's hobbling off to the sideline here. I think she might be okay, actually, Steph. She's quite a tough old cookie, isn't she, Steph Catley? And she's definitely not going to want to come off in the semi-final. You're not going to, are you? Anyway, I think she's going to be okay, but we might have to defend this free kick with 10 players because Steph isn't on the pitch at the minute. And we know how dangerous they can be from set pieces. Caitlin Foord's marking Wendy Reynard, actually. I'm not quite sure if that's necessarily a good idea. Anyway, this free kick comes in towards the near post. It's cleared away, though, well by Arsenal. But they pick it up again on this near side. Selma Basher with the cross. It's a good ball. It's flicked on, but Arsenal should clear this away with Frida Marner. But now it's Lyon who are winning the ball back high up the pitch. And Selma Basher's on the wrong wing here due to taking that free kick. That's a decent cross towards the far post. A Lyon player throws herself there, trying to win a penalty. Referee not interested. And it clearly isn't a penalty there. Absolutely no contact really from Emily Fox at all. It was a decent cross though from Selma Basher from that far side. In fact, if anything, it was a foul on Emily Fox. But it's not been given as anything at all, and it is a goal kick to Arsenal. Is it a VAR check? Seems like it might be, but I can't see that being given as a penalty. Absolutely can't see it being as a penalty. Oh no, Daphne's gone down. That's what the hold-up is. Oh, this isn't good, is it? Looks like it's that ankle that she's just back from an ankle injury. We didn't expect her to be playing. Was it a risk to start her? Not really when Manu Zinsberger is the other option. She is warming up Manu Zinsberger. Is this the news we didn't want to hear? Daphne is receiving some treatment on that right ankle. And we only got to pray that she's okay and she can carry on. Just don't kick the ball. It's fine. She doesn't need to kick the ball. Someone else can take the goal kicks. As long as she can stand up and dive, that's all we need to worry about. Vicky says, no contact does not look good. No, it doesn't. She's back on her feet again. And I think there's no doubt that she's been rushed back. I don't think there's any doubt she's been rushed back. And I think that just shows, one, how important she is, and two, the lack of trust that everybody has in Manu. We just have to pray that she can carry on and get through this game. We've only played half an hour. She doesn't even take that goal kick. It's a bit of a worry. She's got the ball now. She's going to have to kick it with that right foot. It is the right ankle, of course, that's been giving her problems. And we don't really want her to have to go off. But she's got the ball back at her feet again. She's moving okay now. Let's hope that little bit of treatment has done the job. That's the only worry now, isn't it, now in this game? We've played so well. The last thing we need is an injury to, the injury to Daphne. I mean, she's going to have to go off. And Arsenal now coming forward on this near side, this space here. The cross comes in from Katie McCabe. Oh, and it's a good defensive header in the end from Wendy Reynard. Frida Marner was attacking that. What a cross that was from Katie McCabe from this near side. And that was an opportunity there for Arsenal to get the second goal, which you have to say has been coming really. But anyway, it's a throw to Lyon over on that far side. Is Katie McCabe playing? Yep, she absolutely is. Of course she is. El Loco says, DVD is down with what looks like injury, yeah. And Nemesis Zinsberger may be coming on. No, not at the moment. Not at the moment. We're okay. Matthew says the other worry is taking our shots. Well, not taking them, yeah. Was that a cross from Katie McCabe? It was a cross from Katie McCabe, yes. She's had a good start to this game, Katie. She's definitely fired up, as she normally is. You know, that ball played up that far side. Chloe Kelly's not going to get it. In fact, it's Leslie Russo after it. She's not going to get it. It's gone out for a throw to Lyon. 33 minutes played. Lyon nil, Arsenal 1. That is, of course, 2-2 on aggregate. And again, Lyon have given the ball away. Mariona on the edge of the penalty. Tries a shot from distance just over the top of the crossbar. And Arsenal are forcing these mistakes. Forcing the mistakes from Lyon at the back with our press. And Mariona tries a shot from distance there with her left foot, not her strongest side, always rising. It was worth a go, wasn't it? It was worth a go. Oh, look, Vicky says exactly that same thing. Arwed says, had Katie McCabe Trunks in a taxi. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now. Again, it's with Caitlin Foord on this near side inside the penalty, trying to go around Australian teammate Ellie Carpenter. Keeps the ball well, Caitlin Foord. She's had a great start to this game. Anyway, now it's with Kate McCabe again on this near side. Another good cross. Headed out again, though, by, I think that was Gilles at the back there for Lyon, who can now try and come forward themselves on the counter-attack. But Arsenal looking really, really dangerous. But we haven't really made the most of the opportunities that we've had so far. Anyway, now it's Lyon coming forward with Diani. We know how dangerous she is, plays the ball in field. And again, and is that a free kick? Oh, it's been given as a free kick. I thought De Mornay then didn't get hold of the ball. And it looked as though, was it Frida Marnham? It looked as though she just nicked the ball away, but the referee's given a free kick. Let's have a look at the replay of that again, because I'm not sure that was a foul. She slipped over at first. Oh, actually, no, it was a foul. Yeah, we look at the replay. She just nicked the ball, and then Frida did catch her. So fair enough, that was a foul. Well spotted by the referee. That's why I'm not a referee, and the referees are. Terry says, good tackle, Frida. Unfortunately, it wasn't. Vicky says, need it on the ground, play it to feet in the box. Yeah, maybe. I mean, the crosses have been good, but I think that's Lyon's strength, isn't it? Anyway, they've got a free kick now, and this could be a dangerous moment for Arsenal to defend here. 10 minutes before half time. It's a long way out. The free kick. Oh, it hits the roof of the net, actually. Was that Selma Bashawi that it was? And that was a pretty decent effort, actually, from quite a way out. She got the curl on it, but it was always going high. Daphne knew it was going over the bar. It landed on top of the goal, actually. But anyway, there you go. Now the ball's out over on that far side with Leah Williamson. Plays it in at 2 midfield. Oh, this is nice play. And Arsenal again have won the ball. Oh, and just as we say that, we've actually given it away. A little bit over keen there. 2 Arsenal players again getting each other's way. Chloe Kelly was one of them. Leah Williamson over on that far side wins the ball. Lyon claiming a free kick, but it's not going to be given. Although Arsenal have given the ball straight back to them. The cross comes in from Selma Basha, and it's well defended by Leslie Russo, doing some good work for the team. And it's going to be another corner. Another corner to Lyon. They're putting a bit of pressure on now, aren't they, Lyon? As we approach half time. They've taken the sting out of Arsenal's attacks, and yeah, we've got some defending to do here. Of course, we know the danger is going to be Wendy Renard. The corner comes in, she's in a 6-yard box. Renard went down. Again, looking to throw herself to the ground. A shot from distance again comes in, but that one again is gone high over the crossbar. That was Ellie Carpenter with that effort. Didn't really ever look like it was going to go in. It came out to Carpenter there, and it was always going over the crossbar. It was a decent hit, but it was always going to go over there. It wasn't going to threaten the goal really at all, was it? Are there any English girls playing for Lyon? No, there isn't. No, I don't think they've got any English girls in their squad, have they? Anyway, it's Lyon coming forward again. They're having a good spell here, Lyon. Arsenal got to dig in here till half time. Diani on this near side, cuts back inside, puts a cross in. Good header away by Emily Fox. But Lyon are getting the second ball. It's with Basher again. Another good delivery. Oh, Leah Williamson's clearance isn't very good. The shot comes in. It's blocked, actually. And the second shot's blocked as well. And Arsenal just looking a little bit rattled now. We had a spell like this towards the early stages last week. Anyway, Caitlin Foord now has done brilliantly. And then she's fouled by Ellie Carpenter. And, well, Caitlin Foord has been absolutely outstanding in this first half. Caused Ellie Carpenter lots and lots of problems. And Ellie Carpenter fouled her there. She might well be getting a yellow card, is she? She just couldn't live with her. She just couldn't live with her. Clipped her ankles. And it is going to be... There doesn't seem to be much love lost between those 2 Australians, does there? And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. It's only about, 10 yards inside the Lyon half. Terry says Lyon cheat more than Chelsea. Well, I don't know about that. Anyway, the ball played up its near side again towards Caitlin Foord. Ellie Carpenter comes across, so puts it out. I don't think those two like each other. I think that's fair to say. Which is quite an interesting battle has gone on there. Caitlin Foord's definitely had the better of it so far. She's got the ball again. She's got the better of Ellie Carpenter again. Caitlin Foord. Oh, she tried to slip the ball in towards Frida Marnham, but she just got it a bit wrong there. There was a little bit of a lack of understanding between those two. It's gone out for a goal kick. And now Lyon coming forward over on that far side with Chaninga plays it infield. But again, Arsenal forcing a mistake, but Lyon actually won the ball back. And that's a good ball in again. Brilliant defending from Emily Fox. And Arsenal tidied that up pretty well. Now Mariona's got some space, very central. Looking for the pass. Oh, if actually played it straight to Diani, and suddenly Lyon have got a player over. Katie McCabe's got to get back quickly, which she does. And it's a throw to Lyon into the last 5 minutes of this first half. To be a bit of stoppage time, there's been a couple of little injury hold-ups, but again, Arsenal have won the ball back. High up the pitch, done well. Played the ball in field here to Kim Little. Driving forward for Arsenal. She's got Caitlin Foord on this near side. She's found Caitlin Foord. Plays it back to Katie McCabe. What a great first half this has been for Arsenal. We're 5 minutes away from going in with a 1-0 lead on the day. 2-2, of course, on aggregate. It is. Lyon do force us back. Daphne now looks okay. Good news here. Whatever the treatment they gave her seems to have worked. She might need some more at half-time. Just get her some paracetamol, she'll be fine. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now. Kim Little finds Caitlin Foord. Kim Little's had a very good first half as well. Katie McCabe touches it into Mariona. Now it's with Leah Williamson. Touches it off to Emily Fox over on that far side. It's a good run from her. Plays the ball forward to Chloe Kelly. Gets it back again. Emily Fox plays it square into Mariona. Closed down quickly, but she's done well. This is nice football from Arsenal. Keeping possession. Really good stuff. And it's been a very good first half for the most part. But Arsenal just give the ball away there. And now Lyon can try and come forward themselves. Mariona's trying to force a mistake again, but Lyon get away with that one. And the ball is now played back to Wendy Renard. Pings it out to this near side to Ellie Carpenter. She can't get it under control, but Diani might get her out of trouble, but she can't because Arsenal again win the ball. Caitlin Foord and Katie McCabe between them have absolutely locked down this left-hand side, or the Lyon right-hand side. Diani, of course, was a big threat last week, hardly threatened at all. And Ellie Carpenter just can't live with Caitlin Foord. It's been really impressive, that side of the pitch for Arsenal, really has. Anyway, Kim Little's just ran into a bit of trouble. Diani has now got the ball. Plays it out wide to Demones. Cross comes in, hits Katie McCabe again, and she manages to prevent the corner, but it is going to be a throw. Katie McCabe's been brilliant as well in this first half. And we are 3 minutes away from half-time. And if it stays like this, I think we'll all be absolutely delighted with how this game's gone. And there's an offside against Demones on this near side. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal, just a chance to take a little bit of sting out of the game as we look to move towards the final few minutes of this first half. Vicky says, no good just passing sidewalls. No, I mean, at the minute, I think we don't want to take too many risks, do we? We need to keep possession. We're in a good position in this game, but we still need to score another goal, really, don't we, I suppose? Because we don't really want to get penalties and all that kind of nonsense, do we? But we do look the much more likely. Mariona now on this near side, plays the ball up the line. Again, it's Caitlin Foord. And this time she wins the throw. She actually concedes the throw. It was Giles that came across, doing Ellie Carpenter's job for her. But Caitlin Foord has been really, really sharp in this first half. We're into the last 90 seconds of normal time. I mean, I think it's important that we manage to hold on to this 1-0 lead, at least until half-time. We definitely can't concede a goal. Anyway, Hedderberg's just conceded a foul there. In fact, it was handball, I think, by Edda Hegerberg. The Norwegian didn't agree with that decision, did she? But anyway, Arsenal taking it quickly again. It's Caitlin Foord on the move and on the ball. Plays it up this near side. Mariona touches it back to Katie McCabe. Again, it's with Caitlin Foord. Now it's with Mariona on this near side. Frida Martin gives it to Frida Martin. Gets it from Leslie Russo. Now it's with Kim Little. Arsenal finishing the half in possession, where we've had a lot of possession in this game. Now Chloe Kelly over on that far side. Can she get the delivery in? She cuts inside. Bit of a heavy touch, but she's done well to keep the ball. Chloe Kelly, can she get the shot away? Plays it into Mariona. Maybe not the right ball. She looked like she's gone down a bit of a blind alley there, Chloe Kelly. But there's another foul given away there by De Mornay. Worldly Concern says, you're a really good commentator, mate. Enjoying your coverage. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for joining me. Vicky says, it was a handball, yeah, just a minute ago from Hedderberg. Steph Catley now touches it off to Mariona on halfway. I think Arsenal now be quite happy just to see half time at 1-0 and fully deserved it's been. We're into the last few seconds of this first half normal time. It's going to be, 3 or 4 minutes of stoppage time. And Chloe Kelly can't get away there over on that far side. Selma bashes across, does well. Leah Williamson steps in, flicked on. And Arsenal still in possession. Emily Fox over on that far side. Threads the ball through. Chloe Kelly over on that far side. She's done really well. Chloe Kelly, the cross comes in, headed away. Only to find the edge of the box. So, this is nice play. Kim Little inside the box finds Leslie Russo, touches it off Mariona. Trying to find a shot. Mariona. It's in the top corner. Mariona Caldente in stoppage time at the end of the first half. Arsenal lead 2-0. That is 3-2 on aggregate. That is incredible finish there from Mariona Caldente. Wow. And for the first time in this semi-final, Arsenal lead on aggregate. That was a great finish there from outside the box into the top corner. And Mariona scored in the first leg. She has scored in the second leg. And Arsenal lead 2-0 on the day. And that's 3-2 on aggregate. Chloe Kelly started it with that cross. It was headed out initially by Giles. The ball fell to the edge of the box. Kim Little. Leslie Russo just touched it off. Mariona got out of her feet. Fired it in. That is an incredible finish. Wow. Right into the top corner. Look at that. Goalkeeper's got no chance with that one. And Arsenal lead 3-2 on aggregate. Christopher says, goal indeed. Matthew says, I want to see it now. What a goal it was. Chan says, what a goal. Grat says, yes, what a beauty indeed. Jimmy says, sweet. Oh, what a great goal it was. John says, get in indeed. And we are finally in front in this game. You have to say we deserve it for this first half. We won the ball back again. Leslie Russo's worked tirelessly up there without much joy in front of goal. But there was 3 minutes of stoppage time. We've played nearly 2 of them now. Matthew says, just saw it. Wow. It was quite an incredible goal, wasn't it? Absolutely incredible. And what a first half it's been here in Lyon. The record Champions League winners, Lyon, have been absolutely wiped away in this first half by a brilliant Arsenal performance. And yes, okay, we saw what Barcelona did to Chelsea, but why, if we play like this, or if we hang on and get to the final, if we play like this, well, anyway, Lyon are coming forward now. Can they get a goal back right before the break? Header comes in. Daphne saves it. It was quite close to her. Wow, that was a big moment there, right at the end of this first half. Arsenal just switched off for a minute. The header came in, and it was Damaris when it was straight at her Dutch counterpart there, Daphne, who did a great job actually to keep it out. And in fact, is that the half-time whistle gone? Oh no, Daphne's still got the ball in her hand, and Lyon are saying she needs to get on. But she doesn't need to get on with it, does she? Because she's got the ball in her hand, so she can do what she wants. Anyway, the half-time whistle has gone. It has been an incredible, incredible first half for Arsenal. It is Lyon 0, Arsenal 2. So that is Lyon 2, Arsenal 3 on aggregate. Wow, that is incredible. Matthew says that's the difference, David. Well, I mean, okay, Manu Zinsberger may well have saved that header as well. We'll never know. But I just think it's great to have her in goal because you feel a lot more confident. But you have to say the performance from the players out on the pitch, the 10 outfield players as well, has been quite outstanding. The left-hand side, we've been brilliant. Katie McCabe, Caitlin Foord absolutely dominated that. And midfield, we've been really, really strong as well. Kim Little's been everywhere. Mariona, of course, with that fantastic goal as well. Frida Marnham's had a great game. Leslie's worked hard up front, and I think defensively we've looked solid. Yes, Lyon have had 1 or 2 moments in the game. Of course they have. They're going to have, aren't they? But, you know, it's a Champions League semi-final. They're a fantastic team. But you have to say, whatever the game plan was before the game from Renee Slegers, you have to say that the team have carried it out to perfection. Absolutely perfect first half. And yeah, we just need to complete the job in the second half. It won't be easy. Of course it won't. Lyon are a great side. I'm sure they'll have their moments as well in the second half. But you have to say, it couldn't have gone any better, could it? You know, I would have been happy if it was 0-0 at half time and keep ourselves in it. But to be 2-0 up and actually lead on aggregate, that is just incredible. El Loco says, Mariona, you beauty. She clearly has been watching Declan Rice top call. Yeah, I mean, it was almost in that same little spot, wasn't it, where Declan put one of those free kicks in the game against Real Madrid. Of course, the men are in action in their semi-final on Tuesday night. We'll be here, of course, for that one. It's at the Emirates, of course, Arsenal versus PSG. That's the first leg. This is, of course, the second leg. 110 volts says 3 chewing gums in 1 half. I'm not surprised, my friend. Vicky says left side work of the tree. Absolutely is. Absolutely on lockdown. Jimmy says, I noticed the last few games Kim Little has really picked up. No, she has, you're right. And I think maybe, to be fair to her, was she perhaps carrying a bit of an injury earlier in the season? She didn't look her normal self, did she? But you're right. The last few games, the last few weeks, she's looked a lot better. I say she was brilliant last week. She's been brilliant in that first half. And yeah, it's good to see the real Kim Little again, isn't it? We thought maybe she'd finish. She was finished and she's never going to be able to get back to that level that we need her to be at. But no, she's back and she's doing well. Chan says Lyon had only 1 shot. Yeah, and that was right at the end, that header, wasn't it? Stephen says all the way Arsenal v Barca in both cases. Well, it could well be, couldn't it? It could well be. A lot of football to be played yet in both teams. But anyway, Gret says the only downfall with being 2-0 up is that now I'm going to sit nervously for next. Well, I think we all will be as well. Michael says there, based on what I'm seeing, neither of the teams will do well to lose by less than 5 in the final. Mariona, I know. See, I must admit, before the game tonight, obviously I watched the 2 Barcelona legs against Chelsea. Yes, absolutely dominated a Chelsea team who no one can get near in the WSL. But I think if Arsenal play as we did in that first half, you know, Barcelona won't find that easy. Absolutely, they won't find it easy. And I don't know, it's a one-off game. Obviously, Barcelona will start favourites. Of course they will. Whoever gets through this game, Barcelona are going to start massive favourites, aren't they? But in a one-off game, a one-off final, Barcelona have won it before quite recently. Arsenal haven't won it for a very long time. None of these Arsenal players, apart from Mariona, have won it at all. I don't know, maybe it might mean a little bit more to Arsenal. But obviously, Barcelona will start favourites. But, you know, before the game tonight, I was kind of thinking, well, if we don't get through, we'd probably have lost the final anyway. But having watched that first half, I think now if we can hang on and go through, I think Barcelona will give Barcelona. I'm not saying we can win. We'll give Barcelona something to think about in a final. There's no doubt about that. And if they're all as overconfident as what you are, my friend, that could come back to bite you, couldn't it? But obviously, Barcelona are favourites. We know that. We know that. Vicky P says, dreaming of Lisbon. Well, I think we all are right at this moment in time. We're not getting quite carried away yet. Anyway, DMD says, so far, so good. Galares is indeed. Matthew says, I thought Little was very backwards in the home Lyon game. When she plays forward, the team get down. Her role's been a little bit different tonight, but I thought she had a good game last week. She kept possession well. She kept things ticking over. Tonight, she's been a bit more progressive, and it's worked well, hasn't it? Rajendra says, Arsenal 2-0, great indeed. It is great. There's no doubt about it. John says, any team can be beaten on the day. The ladies won't be scared of Barca. No, and exactly. Any team can beat anyone in a game. You know, looking back, recent FA Cup finals in England, you know, Wigan beat Manchester City a few years ago. Last season, Man United were given no chance of beating Man City, who, you know, were beating everybody, and they beat them in the final. So anything can happen in a final. And the way I look at it is, let's get there and worry about the final on the day. You know what I mean? We all you can do is go out there on the day of a final and play your game. And if things go your way, anything's possible. You know, Barcelona might have one of them days where they miss 5 or 6 big chances. We maybe get 1 or 2 big chances and take them, and that can be the difference. And it can happen. You know, it happens a lot. We've seen it so many times. You know, the best team doesn't always win a one-off game. Over the course of a season, the best team will win the league, but in a one-off cup game, the best team or the better team doesn't always win. So yeah, let's get there and see. But you know, the good thing is there'll be no real pressure on our. If we get to the final against Barcelona, everyone would expect Barcelona to win. Everybody's seen what they've just done to Chelsea. Of course, Barcelona will be massive favourites. So Barcelona have got all the pressure to win that game. If Arsenal lose 4 or 5 nil in the final, everyone will be like, well, you know, it was Barcelona. It's what it was expected. So Arsenal have got everything to gain and nothing to lose in that final, should we get there. Let's get there first, because I'll say I'm certainly not going to take it for granted, even though we're finally in front in the tie. But I don't know. Gret says, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but aren't that women in the studio pretty similar to Wesley Slegers? But you know who that is? I'll tell you who that is. The one you're referring to is actually Lyon Sanderson, who's one of the greatest Arsenal goal scorers in history. I know it seems difficult looking at her now. She's obviously put on a bit of timber since she stopped playing, but she was a fantastic player for Arsenal, scored a hell of a lot of goals. In fact, I seem to remember one season, I think she scored 50 goals in one season for Arsenal. Lyon Sanderson, a great player. She talks a lot of nonsense now, unfortunately, but she was a fantastic Arsenal player in her day, there's no doubt. Erky says, imagine Barca versus Arsenal final. Both. Yeah, well, it'll be crazy, wouldn't it? Vicky says she's not absolutely. She's an Arsenal legend. Yes, she just talks a lot of nonsense, unfortunately, most of the time. Michael says Arsenal should win this. They are looking better than Lyon. I wasn't sure how good Lyon was. Now I know. Well, no, I mean, Lyon are a good side. I think we've contributed to them not looking too good today. But every game's different, isn't it? Every game's a different challenge, and that's the way it is. You know, the Barcelona-Chelsea semi-final really swung on those 2 late goals at Stamford Bridge, didn't they? In the first leg, because had it been 2-1, it would have been a different game today. But the fact that Barcelona had that big lead, today's result in some ways was almost an irrelevance. It would have been interesting to see if that game had been closer going into it tonight or today. Sorry, how that would have played out. It's going to be a totally different game in the final, isn't it? It's going to start 0-0. We've got players who can cause anybody any defence problems. And if we can defend properly, if we can close the ball down as well as we've done today, as well as we've done in previous games, we've got a chance, haven't we? Let's face it. Anybody's got a chance of beating anyone in a one-off game. Certainly, I wouldn't. If I was a Barcelona fan, I wouldn't be counting my chickens quite yet. I'd be confident, of course. I'd be very confident. But no chickens should be counted quite yet. We can certainly beat anybody. Matthew says, and every half is different. We must be as sharp, if not sharper. Absolutely, yeah. Lyon are going to come out all guns blazing, aren't they, in the second half? There's absolutely no doubt. Bongo Guna says, we're a good side. Absolutely, we're a very good side. There's no doubt. We're a great side. And we just proved that, and we need to prove it again, and we need to prove it in the final. Whether we win or lose a final, we need to, if we get there, we need to, show Barcelona that we're no pushovers. Show the whole of Europe we're no pushovers. Nebiv says, we don't have to exaggerate Barcelona. Let Arsenal finish this job and anything could happen in front. Exactly, my friend. Exactly right. I agree with you. Jimmy says, one game at a time. Let's finish this way. Yeah, exactly. Let's not get too carried away. We're in a good position, but it's only half time. Bongo says, Barca thinking Arsenal looks good. They are beating Lyon at home. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Ono just says our women are on top of the matter. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, yes, let's not count our chickens ourselves here. Let's not assume we're in the final yet. We've still got 45 minutes of football to play. But suddenly now we don't have to take those risks that I was worried about. Over-committing people forward to get the goal and the goals that we needed. We don't need to do that now. If anything, the pressure's now on Lyon. They've got to come out in the second half. They've got to score at least one goal, haven't they? Or they're going out. So that's going to maybe lead to more space for us to exploit as well. And we've got very good players on the counter attack as well. So, we've put ourselves in a perfect position now, haven't we, to finish this off. We've just got to concentrate. We've got to manage this second half properly. And if we do that, we've got a hell of a chance. We have got a hell of a chance. LG says we need an insurance goal. Yeah, of course, it'd be nice to get an insurance goal, wouldn't it? And I think that the longer the game goes on, the second half at 2-0, the more risks Lyon are going to have to start taking. They're going to have to start committing more bodies forward. Their substitutions are going to maybe bring on, maybe Eugenie Le Sommer, and Matchday and stuff like this. So they're going to take risks. They're going to have to. And that's when we can maybe exploit that, the extra spaces that they might be in behind. If we keep pressing the ball, forcing mistakes, winning the ball back, using the extra space, that's probably going to come from the fact that, they're chasing. Michael says, as long as we are quick on the account now, let them come in the second half. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree with you. Joe says, I've been saying this for weeks. We are a better footballing team than Chelsea, whatever it is. No, we are a better footballing team. I don't think there's much doubt about that. Chelsea are very efficient at what they do, very effective at what they do. There's no doubt about that. They've got a system that Emma perfected over the years. Sonia's come in and not really made too many changes to it, understandably so, because why would you when it's so successful? And maybe in Europe, that's where Chelsea have maybe failed, because it's a different game, isn't it, in Europe? And maybe our style of football is better suited. We'll find out if we do get to the final when we play Barcelona. But I agree, we are a better footballing team. We're much better to watch than Chelsea, aren't we? Much better to watch. And yes, Chelsea are probably going to win the league, wrap that up probably next week or so. But, we do play better football, but we need to find a way to turn that better football into winning the league, winning titles. That's what we need to find a way to do. And it's no good, I don't necessarily want us to play the better football if ultimately we're always going to not win anything. Chelsea are still going to win the league, and we're going to come short in the Champions League and the other competitions. That's no good, really, is it? We need to find a way to turn our great football that we play into actual trophies, and that means winning the big games. And sometimes in the big games, you just have to find a way to win. Chelsea have perfected that. I've seen a lot of their games where they don't play particularly well, but they find a way to win. They'll score a goal in the 94th minute, a scrappy goal from out of nowhere, and that's what we need to be able to do. We need to find that little extra ingredient, if you like, to the brilliant football that we play, and then we'll be unstoppable, won't we? And at the minute, we've maybe just come short in some of the big games. We come short against Chelsea. We come short, obviously, in the domestic cups. And, I thought we were going to come short in this game, but so far we haven't done. We still might, but we're coming back out for the second half anyway. My worry is whether Daphne's going to come back out for the second half. Yes, she is. I've just seen her. Good news. So Daphne's okay. And Arsenal are 45 minutes away from the Champions League final. Of course, 2 years ago, in the second leg at the Emirates against Wolfsburg, we did lead. We were ahead in that semi-final as well, weren't we, at some stage early on? And in the end, of course, Wolfsburg did go through with a very, very late goal. But we now lead deep into this second leg now. But we've got to expect a response from Lyon in the second half, haven't we? We have got to expect a response, and let's hope we get it. And I'm sure we will. Cross says there, whoever thought to sign Mariona, take a bow. What a signing for us. Well, we know who it was that thought that, don't we? The guy is no longer here, unfortunately. Anyway, we are back off and underway. Arsenal attacking a goal to our right in this second half. It is Lyon who took the kickoff. Lyon nil, Arsenal 2. Arsenal lead 3-2 on aggregate as we now 45 minutes away from a Champions League final. The first time we'd have been in the final since it's been called the Champions League We were, of course, winners of it in 2007 when it was the UEFA Women's Cup. And Arsenal coming forward again, looking for a third goal. Russo over on the far side. Is that going to seal it? She's put it in. It's 3-0. Arsenal on their way to Lisbon. Surely that's going to be the sealing goal here. And Joey's not happy on the sideline there, but Arsenal have won the ball back high up the pitch. And Leslie Russo has finished it. And surely now Arsenal are in the final. You can't see Lyon coming back from this. Wow, wow, wow. We talking about parking the bus. Well, we haven't needed to park the bus. We can park it now. I don't really care. That's the insurance goal that we were talking about right there. Incredible stuff. It was Lyon claiming a foul. It wasn't a foul. Leslie actually won the ball back. It broke well there. Caitlin Foord played it on, freed of mine and just touched it forward. And Leslie Russo opened her body up, slotted it in. And wow. That is incredible, incredible stuff, this from Arsenal. It is Lyon 0. It is Arsenal 3. You are not imagining it. It is 4-2 to Arsenal on aggregate. Well, I must admit, after the game last week, I was a little bit concerned by Renee's kind of laid-back attitude. Oh, we'll play our football over there. We can still do it. And some of the players, I'm thinking, well, I don't know. But to be fair, credit to her. She knew what she was doing. And Arsenal have been magnificent in this game here today. And surely now is the time to start booking those flights to Lisbon. Arsenal are heading to Portugal the 24th of May, the Champions League final. Arsenal versus Barcelona. Surely, surely now that is happening. Arsenal are 2 goals ahead in this semi-final now. And the final is looming. Terry says another 5-1 incoming. It'll be 5-0, won't it? It'll be 5-0 because they're not going to score, are they? Let's be honest. Wow, incredible this. Joseph says incredible indeed. Vicky says Caitlin. Yeah, Caitlin's been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Gerald says the spirit of football. Gunners, keep going. We love you girls indeed. We do. Robert says it's now up to the boys to do it. Indeed, it is. Wow, could it be 2 Champions League finals for Arsenal in one season? Can we cope with that? Can we actually cope with it? Anyway, it's a free kick to Lyon. Let's not get too excited yet. Selma Basher is going to take this on this near side, the left. Curls it in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Good defensive header there from Leah Williamson, actually. Brilliant. And Arsenal have been brilliant all over the pitch today. And they've just won a goal kick as well. Arsenal have been fantastic for 48 minutes. But we need to finish the job off, but at this moment in time, I can't see Lyon coming back from this. Honestly, I cannot see Lyon coming back from this. Will says, and we could have Barcelona in both finals. We could indeed. Gamer67 says, let's go indeed. Let's go. We are closing in now, aren't we, on an historic moment. This will be quite remarkable. I don't know how many teams have come to Lyon in the Champions League and won 3-0. I know we won 5-1 here in a group stage, but in a knockout game. And we're coming forward again. And we won a free kick. Leslie Russo's been fouled. It's her goal. Of course, she did get 2 in the quarter-final in that turnaround as well, didn't she? She's got the goal that surely put us in the final again. Well, not again, but she put us through this semi-final into our second Champions League final. Can we win the competition for the second time? Wow. Anyway, Chloe Kelly now on this near side. What an inspired signing that's proved to be. Will singing Champions of Europe. Well, we're not quite Champions of Europe yet, but we may well be in the last 2. And that would be something quite remarkable, wouldn't it? It seems hard to believe, doesn't it, that this Champions League campaign started with Arsenal losing 5-2 away in Bayern Munich. That game was just watching the performance that night. To think that we would even have got through the group stage was looking far from clear after that night. In fact, I was worried that we'd worked hard to get in the group stage and it was going to be over before it started. And to think now we're on the brink of the final, it's just incredible, isn't it? It really is incredible. And yes, Renee's come in and Renee's done the job. And also coming forward again, looking for another goal. Caitlin Foord again over on that far side. She has been she's been player of the match in this game by some considerable distance for Arsenal. She needs a goal, actually, doesn't she, just to settle it because, she should get it anyway. But anyway, who knows? And she's just won Arsenal another corner. Vicky says that we lost to Hacken. Yeah, we did lose to Hacken, but that was a two-legged game. I never felt we wouldn't go through that game. I always felt we would get through. But anyway, oh look, miracle. We've seen a miracle here, aren't we? We are seeing a miracle. We might see another miracle coming now. Arsenal coming forward again over on that far side. Freedom Iron chips a ball into the box, which cleared away. And I think Lyon just haven't got any answers. They haven't got any answers. They didn't have many in the first half, and they've certainly got none now. And Arsenal are in absolute cruise control here. And Daphne's clearance is just about kept in over on that far side. Everything's gone Arsenal's way tonight. Grat says, where's the final taking place? We may already speak of bookings. It's in Portugal, Lisbon, on the 24th of May. So if they want to book flights, that's where you need to be heading to Lisbon on the 24th of May. It's going to be beautiful over there, isn't it? The sun will be shining and Arsenal will be in a Champions League final. Wow, who would have thought that was possible? Who would have thought that was possible? But anyway, we've still got to finish this job. But to be fair, since we've got the third goal, it's almost like Lyon's heads have gone. And, Arsenal could score more goals actually in this second half, the way it's going. And we're coming forward again. Mariona got that second goal just before half-time. That was a goal that maybe really clicked, maybe dampened their spirits. But Arsenal coming forward again over on that far side. Caitlin Foord plays it into Mariona just on the edge of the penalty area into Freedom Iron. Touches it out again to Caitlin Foord over on that far side. Plays it into the box. Leslie Russo turns, fires a shot. And that's a good save from Endler. And Arsenal looking for a fourth goal. And that would be that, wouldn't it? If Arsenal can get another goal, then we might as well start booking those flights to Lisbon. We're almost on the plane already. We're in the departure lounge at the moment. One more goal, and that's definitely seals it. Anyway, Lyon looking to try and get a way back into this game. A goal back for them could put a totally different complexion on it. Ellie Carpenter coming forward, tries a shot from distance, but it's across the face of the goal. It's gone wide. And another Lyon chance has gone begging. And say if they could get a goal back, it might become a little bit more nervy. But at the minute, Arsenal look totally in control. And with a 2-goal advantage. Well, who would have thought that after last week? I didn't think deep down, I didn't feel we had it in us to turn this around. I've got to be honest. I thought Lyon were a little bit too streetwise for us. And I thought today at home with a 2-1 lead, there'd be too streetwise for us again. But actually, wow, the performance that we have put in here has been one of the best I've ever seen from an Arsenal team. It's just been incredible, absolutely incredible. We've turned things around a few times this season, but nothing like this. Lyon have won this competition 8 times. 8 times they've won it, and we have absolutely ripped them to pieces here. Just an incredible, incredible performance. And we're not finished yet. Katie McCabe now bringing the ball forward over on that far side. Puts the ball into the box looking for Leslie Russo, but she's overhit that. It's run into the arms of the Lyon goalkeeper, Christiane Endler. And again, Arsenal won the ball back. Emily Fox. Well, Arsenal just been so strong physically in this game as well. And I thought last week we maybe lacked a little bit of physicality, but we certainly haven't today. We have been absolutely all over them. And so there won't be many teams that have done this to Lyon. I've maybe doubted Renee a little bit in the really big games against the top teams. The 2 defeat, certainly the second defeat to Chelsea, we were too timid in that game. Oh, and the shot comes in from Lyon. Oh, and it was almost a goal back. It was Hederberg there. And Daphne makes another save. Again, it's straight at her, but that's to do with good positioning by the goalkeeper for me. And it was a shot came in there, a lot of power on it, came to her quite quickly at Hegerberg, but Daphne makes the save. Wow. And that could be an important moment. 10 minutes of the second half. Joe says Daphne immense. Yeah, I do feel as though had Daphne played last week, we would have been we'd have probably won that game and it'll be even more comfortable than it is. But you have to say, she's made a couple of really big saves tonight at big times as well. And anyway, Lyon trying to come forward again. I mean, Diane's been completely locked down. She's a great player, Diane. And last week she played so well. But you have to say, tonight we've absolutely locked her down. She's had no impact whatsoever in this game. And that's been down to the way that we've just been in her face. Not just her, the whole team. It's just been brilliant. Ryan says, just got to half time, a bit behind the action. But 2-0, great stuff. Well, you're very behind, my friend. We've played 10 minutes, 11 minutes of the second half. So I don't quite know what's happening there. But anyway, there we go. Anyway, Arsenal in possession. Leah Williamson plays it back to Daphne just outside the Arsenal penalty area. It is Lyon 0, Arsenal 3. It is quite an incredible Arsenal performance. We did, of course, win 5-1 here in Lyon 2 years ago in the group stage. We kind of like playing here, don't we? Can we play you every week? That's what we should be saying, because we'd win everything, wouldn't we, if we played in this ground every week? Almost a mistake there from Kim Little, but she was strong. And that's where Arsenal have been so much better this week than last week. You know, Mariona now driving forward, touches the ball off to Kim Little, touches it off again to Emily Fox. Chloe Kelly on this near side. Not really got much of the ball, Chloe Kelly, but she did play a part in that second goal. That's a good cross as well. It's headed out by Lyon again. And now they're going to try and launch a counter-attack, which is what they do so well. Ball played up that far side to Diane. He's got a little bit of space for the time being. That's a good ball forward to Demone. Plays it back out again over on that far side. Ellie Carpenter coming forward. But she's run it out of play. Ellie Carpenter's not had a good night, has she? She has not had a good night at all. Caitlin Foord's got in her face, and Caitlin Foord's made it difficult for her. She hasn't been able to cope. Anyway, they're making a substitution now, Lyon. It is going to be Anel Madri's coming on, and it is Chawinga's going off. She had very little impact in this game either. Very good last week, as were several of the Lyon players, but nothing at all from them tonight. And Madri's coming. Of course, she did start the game last week, so she'll be keen to come in and make an impact, I suppose. But you have to say, as things stand, it's going to probably be in vain. Roland says, wasn't Montemuro Renee's mentor? The pupil is out coaching. I don't know if did they work together. I don't think they worked together at Arsenal, did they? But obviously, Joe's got his connections at Arsenal, hasn't he? And he will be feeling this defeat even more for that reason. But to be fair, last week he was very complimentary of Arsenal, wasn't he? And he said himself the game wasn't done. And he's right, it wasn't done. It isn't done. It still isn't done, but it's nearly done. Anyway, Lyon coming forward now. Diane on that near side. We don't want him to pull a goal back. And she can't get that crossing because that's great defending again. And that was by Steph Catley. Justin says, sorry, surely this is a good omen. Arsenal men are going to beat PSG. Well, let's hope so. Vicky says, Jonas was Renee's mentor indeed. Uncut says, Arsenal, please don't let Lyon back into it. Bongo Guna says, we are Arsenal through and through indeed. Anyway, it's a corner to Lyon over on that far side. It comes in. Wendy Reynard gets there. The shot comes in. It's blocked. It was Dumais with the shot. It was blocked by one of the Arsenal defenders in the 6-yard box. The ball played back in again. And again, Arsenal defend it really well. But now we've got a chance for a counter-attack. Oh, that's a horrible foul. That's going to be a yellow card. It is going to be a yellow card there by Damaris there. That was a horrible foul. And fully deserving of the yellow card to stop that Arsenal counter-attack on Kim Little there. And I don't think there's much doubt about that. It'll be the most blatantest yellow card you're ever going to see in a game of football by Damaris. And Arsenal have got a free kick. And Joe Montemuro has got some thinking to do, hasn't he? But it looks as though it might well be too late. We've played 60 minutes of this game. We are half an hour away from the final. Half an hour away from a trip. We just won the ball back high on the pitch. Oh, we're going to get another goal here. Oh, why didn't you shoot less? Yes, you're a long way out, but the goalkeeper was in no man's land. Why didn't you try a shot? Aggie says, Lyon's a team of divas, can't take lose. No, I kind of agree with you. We're certainly getting that impression, aren't we? Bongo Goose has taken one for the team. Well, she certainly did there, didn't she? Definitely took one for the team. And it is 3-0 to Arsenal. Wow. Chloe K just getting a speaking to by the referee. Didn't like the fact there Wendy Renard also is getting spoken to by the referee. They're showing a bit of frustration. Like the ball went out there and Chloe Kelly was just juggling with it and then threw it back to where the throw was. And actually that was I'm surprised that Selma Basher got away with that because she kicked out at Chloe Kelly there. And I think that the comment there about them being divas seems to be right. They don't like losing. And I think Barcelona are the same. If we can get in Barcelona's faces, I can see a similar thing happening. Anyway, let's not worry too much about that yet. We need to still see out this game. And also, there's a few weeks to wait for the final, isn't there? Joe says, I don't mind a bit of niggling. We need to do that more. Yeah, absolutely we do. Yeah, we need to get in their faces, rattle them. That's what we need to do. Justine says, Arsenal, the pride of England. Of course. Desmond says, come on, you Gunners, love you all. We are the Arsenal 1886. Indeed, although the women's are 1987. But anyway, here's a throw to Arsenal on this near side. Arsenal coming forward again. Leslie Russo does well, touches it off to Kim Little. A little bit of misunderstanding there with Emily Fox. And it's going to be a throw to Lyon. Bongo Goodness says, only problem is that we weren't that good in both first legs and the final was only one game. Yeah, but the fact it's only one game makes a difference, doesn't it? Because I think when you've got a two-legged game, your approach is totally different, isn't it? In a one-off, and a mistake at the back, it's going to be 4-0. It is 4-0, and that seals it. Caitlin Foord gets the goal she deserves. Get those flights booked to Lisbon. Arsenal are in the Champions League final. This is unbelievable. A mistake at the back by Lyon again. Arsenal's pressure has paid off, and the Arsenal fans in the sunshine in Lyon, the Lyon players on the bench cannot believe it. And Caitlin Foord gets the goal she deserves from her performance today. Arsenal are in the final, and it is done. Barcelona beat Chelsea 8-2 on aggregate. Well, we are 5-2 up on aggregate against Lyon. So let's get another 3 goals, shall we? But this is a disaster for Lyon. Trying to play it out from it. In fact, she slipped over, to be fair. And Caitlin Foord's in. She was never going to miss that, was she? The form that she's been in today, hammered it into the roof of the net. And that is incredible. I mean, you got to feel a little bit sorry there for the defender, Gilles, who slipped over. But we don't really, do we? We don't care. It is 4-0 on the night, 5-2 on aggregate to Arsenal, and we are in the final. Wow. Will says, see you in Portugal. We are going to Portugal. There's no doubt. Absolutely. Chelsea should learn from Arsenal. Yeah, indeed. Well, he says, Champions League double incoming. Well, that would be incredible, wouldn't it? Bongo Guna says, so Rich, you were saying we're going to smash Bars. Absolutely. We play like this, we'll beat anybody. We will beat anybody. Incredible stuff. John says, amazing. Indeed, it is amazing. And I think we can get more goals. We scored 5 here last time. See if we can score 5 again. Let's get another 3. Let's get 8-2 like Barcelona won 8-2. They won 4-1 at Chelsea, which you think is a good result, and it is a good result. But Arsenal winning 4-0 in Lyon, wow. Who would have predicted that? This has been quite incredible. We're about halfway through the second half. It's been a procession in this second half. Arsenal have just absolutely finished Lyon off. If this was a boxing match, it would have been stopped a long time ago. But we're glad it hasn't been stopped because I think there's more Arsenal goals to enjoy here still in this game. Lyon's heads have gone completely. Jimmy says, Lyon folding like a cheap shirt. Indeed, they have. They've gone. Their heads have gone. Rajendra says, Caitlin deserved it. Now highest goal scorer in the Champions League. If you include the qualifier, she will be. Then 4 goals, of course, against Rangers right at the very start of the competition. So we started off at the very start of it all with a qualifying round, and we're going to be in the final game as well. A shot from distance there. Comfortable save from Daphne Van Domselaar, and we need to protect her, wrap her in cotton wool between now and the final, because if she's not fit for that final, we have had it, haven't we? Let's be honest. Aggie says, I love Renee and the girls. At the moment, we all do. Absolutely. Matthew says, Barca take risks at the back in passing out, and we can take advantage. No, exactly. I agree. Although, will they take as many risks against us, knowing that's one of our strengths? Anyway, Arsenal coming forward again. Caitlin Foord. And if she doesn't get player of the match, it's an absolute robbery, because she has been magnificent, Caitlin Foord, today. Adam 10 Volt says, the biggest defeat on French soil since Agincourt. It probably is. Bongo Green says, bring on Stina now. Yeah, bring on Stina just to add to the problems for Lyon. She'll probably get a couple of goals. The funny thing is, isn't it, when we played Lyon away last time, Wendy Reynard played, we scored 5. She didn't play in her home leg and they won. Wendy Reynard's back in the team tonight and we scored 5 again. And she is one of the greatest defenders in the world, one of the greatest players in the world, although she hasn't exactly covered herself in glory again tonight, has she? Walter says, it is now done for the Gunners. Will says, proud of the performance. We are the Arsenal. Justine says, Renee, the women's manager. Well, I think if we win the final, she absolutely will be. There's no doubt about it. Jimmy says, I'm happy for Renee. She was getting dumped on there for a while. I agree. Razor says, is this really happening? Well, it is really happening. And unless we're all imagining it together, I don't know. Are we all dreaming the same dream? I don't know. But it is Lyon 0, Arsenal 4. That is Lyon 2, Arsenal 5 on aggregate. Wow. Incredible, incredible, incredible. This has been probably one of the greatest performances in Arsenal's history. I don't think we can argue with that. In a game of this importance, a semi-final of the Champions League, to go away from home to the record 8-time winners, 4-0 up inside 65 minutes. Just wow. Incredible. When we came into this game with a defeat as well, we were losing. To come back in the way that we have done. I mean, with the Real Madrid game at the Emirates was quite special, but this has taken it to another level. This has been another level of greatness, this. And just, wow. I don't think we'll never be able to put this performance into words, but we're going to have to do it again in the final, aren't we? Anyway, Diani coming forward for Lyon. We don't really care at this moment in time because they're not going to score past Daphne, are they? Let's be honest. And it doesn't really matter if they do get another goal. We don't want them to, of course. But anyway, they are coming forward on the edge of the box. Diani now are on that far side. Shot comes into the side netting, and it may well have been offside anyway, but it doesn't matter. Ursula says there, really, it's amazing, and we expect for the men. Well, yeah, the men have got a lot to live up to now, haven't they? Anyway, there's another substitution for Lyon. Hederberg is going off, and I didn't see who came on there actually. Les Sommer's coming on. They make another substitution as well, and Danielle van der Donk is going to be coming on, and Lindsay Heaps is going off. She was great last week, pretty anonymous today, the American. And Arsenal are heading for the final. A lot of frustration there from the Lyon players, but they got themselves to blame. They've made some mistakes. Yes, we've played really, really well as well, but you know, when you go into a semi-final second leg at home and you're 2-1 up, you've got to finish the job. And Lyon haven't managed to do that. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward again. And Caitlin Mariona, maybe a little bit too much there. And Diani now, that long hair. But again, Lyon take too long on the ball. Arsenal straight in. Justin says that honestly, Renee has taken this Arsenal side to another level in a very short time. I think that level is already there, but yeah, she's brought it out. You're absolutely right. Tancaster says there, how many minutes? We've played 70 minutes nearly, so we've got 20 minutes to play. It's just a procession, this though, isn't it, really? Let's be honest. Matthew says it's the same players. When the players want it more than the other team, that's when you win with effort and talent. Of course, no, you're right. And sometimes I've always actually said this, that talent on its own is not enough, is it? It's desire. And if you've got that desire, you can, if a team might be better than you, technically, whatever, as Barcelona probably are with us, but if you want it more than them, you know, we're a good team, and if we want it more than they do on the day, we can win that game. Absolutely, we can. But it's not just about that, of course, but that's a big factor, isn't it? And I always believe that desire overcomes talent pretty much all the time. It does. And I'm not saying that we're not as talented as this Lyon side, because we are, clearly, but the difference sometimes in these type of games is that desire can be the difference. Anyway, Stina's coming on, Beth's coming on, Leslie's going off. A great performance from Leslie, a lovely goal as well, and that was the goal that basically sealed the job. And Stina is coming on for the last 20 minutes. She deserves her moment in this semi-final, Stina. And Beth Mead's coming on as well. She deserves the opportunity as well. She'd have been disappointed to have been left out, having started last week's game. She didn't actually play badly last week, did she? And it is Chloe Kelly going off. Maybe didn't have much impact in the game today, Chloe Kelly, but she did a job that she had to do. And not a bad replacement, is it? Beth for Chloe Kelly. Wow. Shows the strength we've got in this squad. And of course we can win the final. Of course we can win it. Come on. Anyway, Arsenal now, Stina involved straight away. And surely she was fouled actually there. But anyway, the Lyon player's gone down injured. And the game is going to stop again for this injury to Selma Basha. She's not even injured. She gets up. She's got the hump. Like most of the Lyon players have got the hump. Their heads have gone. And this is the thing, isn't it? You know, being a good team and being good players is fine. But you've got to be able to deal with adversity. And Lyon just haven't been able to do that at all today. As soon as the game's gone against them, their heads have gone. You know, they just look as though they've given up almost. And that's, for me, that's the worst thing you can do as a professional sports person, is give up. Even if it's not going your way, you know, you've got to keep trying, because that's the minimum expectation, isn't it? Is to do that. Anyway, Lyon are coming forward, and that's a terrible shot. That sums up their day, that, doesn't it? John says, I bet Righty is going crazy watching this. Oh, I'm sure he is. I'm sure any Aluko will be going crazy as well. Oh dear. Jimmy says Arsenal won this game by being first to the ball, and the pressure was out. Exactly, yeah, that's exactly what we did. That is exactly what we did. Terry says even Cartles deserves a new bag of hay. Absolutely, she does. Dr. Depperington says incredible performance from the Arsenal. Think they can win it now? Well, why not? Absolutely, why not? Joe says let's keep rattling them. They can't handle it. Indeed, they can't handle it. Typical French style, says Aggie. LG says this is why we sacked Joe Montemuro. Well, we didn't sack him, did we? He kind of left a bit like Jonas. Gentle says why Arsenal lost first leg is because they were afraid of Lyon do what people were saying about it. Now, maybe, yeah, a little bit. We're a little bit reserved against them, wasn't we? But we've certainly shown that we're not scared of them now. And Beth Mead's just fouled Selma Basha again, who isn't very happy, is she? You have to say. And they're making two more subs now. Lyon, probably final throw of the dice. Damaris is going off. Or Wendy Renard's going off as well. I don't think she was 100% fit, to be fair. Sombach is coming on. And the captain's armband has been passed to the goalkeeper. But these substitutions are just to give some players some minutes in a semi-final, aren't they? Because this game is done and dusted, there's no doubt. And Lyon are going to be going away with their tails between their legs. And Arsenal will be in the final. Arsenal versus Barcelona, the 24th of May in Lisbon. Wow, what an incredible occasion that is going to be for the Arsenal women. Champions League final. The last time we reached the final, women's football was very different, wasn't it? Everywhere, but certainly in England it was. This competition was totally different as well. It wasn't like it is now. This is like a proper Champions League, isn't it, with a group stage and everything else. It didn't used to be when we won it before. It doesn't take away the achievement, but to reach the final now in this modern age with the way football is against the opposition that there is, there's no doubt that it's different now, and that is why this achievement is probably the best achievement that there's been. If we can win it, wow. Anyway, there's still 15 minutes to play, and I never expected us to be sitting here with 15 minutes to play, so relaxed about it all. But there you go. Certainly, this game isn't gone anywhere near as expected. In fact, it's obviously a million times better than expected. A shot comes in there from Dumournet, and it's gone wide, and that sums up Lyon's day today, doesn't it? Hasn't been their night at all, and there we go. And it hasn't been poor old Joe's night either, has it? Sorry, Joe, we love you, mate, but he wasn't quite up to it tonight. Arsenal don't even need to waste time in this game. That's how good it is. We're not hanging on to a slender lead. We're absolutely in control. Anyway, Lyon are coming forward again. Another weak shot comes in. That was from the substitute Matchday. Comfortable save again from Daphne. And I do think maybe even Manu Zinsberger would probably have saved that one. She probably would have done. But there you go. Terry says, "Come on, chat, 105 likes. There can't be 400 Chelsea fans." Exactly. Come on, guys. Let's get the likes up, shall we? There's nearly 600 people watching. Let's get the likes up. If it's only 100, I haven't been watching how many there is, but if it's only 100, come on, we need at least 250, don't we? So hit the like button if you haven't done so already, and subscribe as well. Why not subscribe and make sure that you're here with us in the build-up to the final and the Arsenal Women's Show coming up on Friday. That could be quite a show, couldn't it? Don't forget, of course, Wednesday evening as well, Arsenal women are playing in the WSL against Aston Villa. It's an early kickoff. Not sure if I'm going to be able to cover that game. Anyway, we'll definitely be here for the Arsenal women. We've got a counter-attack now. Stina Blackstenius has got a lot of ground to make up over on that far side. It's a good ball, actually, to Frida Marnham. That's a poor touch, though, from Frida, who's actually had a decent game tonight, Frida Marnham. Maybe running out of legs a little bit. It might be time maybe to make a change for Arsenal as well. Maybe get Chiron or Vicky, maybe. Anyway, Diani now bringing the ball forward. But again, nothing's coming off for Lyon at all. Arsenal just picking up. It's like men against boys or ladies against girls, isn't it, this game? Arsenal coming forward again. The ball threaded through there from Frida Marnham, looking for the run of Stina. All we need is a Stina goal to really seal it now, don't we? That would put the icing on the cake here tonight for Arsenal. We've got 12 minutes to play. Joe says, "Is Kim on steroids?" Is Kim on steroids? She's been brilliant. She has been brilliant. Absolutely, she has. Terry says, "Just going to say Frida played well today." Yeah, she's had a decent game. I thought really good. Grat says, "The AFC joke of the day." Well, I don't know what all that means, but I'm sure it's good, and we'll give you that one. Gentle says, "I think Chelsea fans will rest their mind now." Yeah, exactly. They definitely will. They definitely will. Although they are going to win the league, I suppose. But anyway, actually, just please Stina score. Yeah, we'd love Stina to score, wouldn't we? And there's still time. There's still 11 minutes to play plus stoppage time. Lyon are coming forward, but they might as well not bother because it's not going to make any difference. And that cross comes in. Steph Catley's there. Tidied that up. Wow, we've just been brilliant tonight. John says, "Glad we have so many experienced players." Yeah, exactly. And those experienced players are going to be needed in the final as well, aren't they? But Arsenal now quite happy just to sit off. Let Lyon have the ball. And then try to spring a counter-attack. Well, we might have one here. Frida, look at Stina. Oh, play the ball quicker. Oh, she just needed to play that through to Stina there. She would have been clean through on goal. Yeah, she would have had half the pitch to run into, but there was no one going to stop it anyway. Lyon now trying to come forward to put a goal back, and that's a terrible ball once again. Lyon's final ball has been terrible when they've had the opportunity. And Arsenal have defended well as well, you've got to say, but Lyon have been very, very disappointing. But I think that's due to us getting that third goal very early in the second half. their heads obviously went at that point. But they are coming forward again now over on that far side. Ellie Carpenter's cross. Again, Arsenal dealt with it. Shot comes in and they have pulled a goal back, Lyon. It's probably not going to mean an awful lot in the overall scheme of things. They have pulled a goal back. And again, it is De Mornay who scored, of course, in the first leg. She has scored in the second leg as well. But it's probably not going to be enough to save Lyon. It's a shame we haven't gotten a clean sheet. Arsenal just maybe looking a little bit tired. It was a tired clearance and the shot came in, fired across the goalkeeper into the corner. It is now 5-3 on aggregate. We're into the last 10 minutes. You imagine it's going to be too late for Lyon. Even most of their fans aren't celebrating the goal too much because it's probably too little too late, isn't it? But I suppose if they were to get another one quite quickly, who knows? Anyway, Arsenal now looking to come forward and we have to just regain our composure a little bit. John says, don't panic. Exactly, yeah, don't panic. That's the key now, isn't it? Asby says, it'll be a great season for Slegers if we won the Champions League. Imagine both the men's and women's team. Well, exactly, yeah, that would be mental. It would be mental, yeah. And it could happen. It could happen. The women are almost at the final. We're into the last 9 minutes here. Arsenal coming forward again. Kim Little touches it off to Mariona. And then Frida. Now it's over on that far side. Caitlin Foord. She has had such a good game. Such a good game. And she's going to get clear again over on that far side. She looked like she'd been fouled by Ellie Carpenter, but the referee said no. We are into the last 8 minutes of normal time. There'll be some stoppage time. And Arsenal just don't want to concede another goal, really, do we? We don't want to concede another goal. We just want to get this done. Score another one would be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, Mariona's just glided past 2 or 3 players. Caitlin Foord takes over, finds Kim Little. She's been brilliant as well. In fact, it's difficult to pick an Arsenal player that hasn't been brilliant tonight. They've all been fantastic, haven't they? And if ever a team deserved to win a game, it is this team here. And maybe it will be 5-1 after all. We said 5-1 like it was last time we played away at Lyon 2.5 years ago. Anyway, Diani now coming forward over on that far side. Diani's got into the box. Diani's going to go to the byline. What's the cross like? It's cut out by Kim Little, who's been everywhere tonight as well. But Lyon have got themselves a corner. And if they can score another goal, then who knows? I think maybe we will definitely get a little bit more nervy. It had been fairly comfortable, hadn't it, for 25 minutes? But anyway, they've took the corner short. Lyon. Now the cross does come in. And it comes in. It's over the top. And Daphne Kane didn't get there. And that was a big chance there for Lyon to get another goal back, which would have certainly made us a little bit more nervy than we needed to be. It was a header came in there from Majoran. And maybe she'd have done better there. Anyway, luckily it's gone over the bar. And it remains 4-1 on the night. That's 5-3 on aggregate to Arsenal. We are 6 minutes away from the final. 6 minutes away. Vicky says that the player who made the biggest difference is Zinsberg. We are by not playing. Absolutely, yeah, she did make the biggest difference. You're right. Fizzy says Barca versus Arsenal, both finals. Well, it's definitely going to be the women's final, we feel. The men have got a lot of work to do. Still got 2 legs against PSG. Of course, the first one coming up Tuesday. We'll be here for that one. So how many minutes? Well, we've got 6 minutes. We just told you 6 minutes. Plus stoppage time, which we don't know how much stoppage time is going to be, but my guess will be 5 or 6 minutes. Anyway, it's a throw to Arsenal in the attacking third over on that far side. Katie McCabe is going to take it. You've got to be Arsenal Oh, we're back. I do apologise. The excitement. Well, I know it's just the I don't know. The internet just seemed to have the internet seemed to die. John says streamers got. Oh yeah, well it's got anyway. Mariona's going off. Mariona is going off. Lotta Woburn Moy is coming on. Frida Marnham's going off as well. And Kyra Cooney Cross is coming on. Arsenal just going to shut up shop now, you feel, for these last few minutes. And we are going to obviously see this going through now, aren't we? Ooh, what a game it's been. Johnson got, yeah, I'm back. I don't know if it was me internet, what happened, but anyway, it happens sometimes. I think my internet connection is not great, is it? And Frida had a good game today. Well played to Frida. Anyways, a yellow card being given to the Arsenal goalkeeper, I think, for taking time over this goal kick. And we're into the last 3 minutes of normal time, guys. 3 minutes of normal time. And Arsenal are this close to a first Champions League final since 2007. And the first one in the new modern format. Joe says, my heart is racing and I've got a headache. Well, you should be more relaxed about it now. We kind of got 2 goals in hand here. Anyway, yeah, definitely got a yellow card there for time wasting. But we'll take that, won't we, in the last couple of moments here. Lyon coming forward, that ball by Diani. Lotta Woburn Moyes there. Pings it back to Daphne. And then she kicks it clear up this near side. Flicked on by Bethmead. It's going to be a throw to Lyon. John says 18 years. Well, indeed, 18 years of hurt is about to come to an end, maybe. Vicky says it is definitely happening well. So proud of this team. Yeah, exactly. I think we all are. Well, I mean, how can you not be proud of what the performance they've put in? Not only today. Today's been the accumulation of it all, but what we've done throughout the season for most of it, really. Anyway, Bethmead plays the ball forward, pings it in to. That's a lovely ball back. Bethmead on this near side. She's going to head for the corner flag, actually. And then she's fouled. In fact, she's not fouled. It's going to be a throw to Lyon. John says, what a fabulous effort indeed. Aggie says, I'm sweating. Don't need to be sweating. We just want the ball back again on the edge. Sorry about that. I am back. I don't know what's happened. Anyway, there's going to be 5 minutes of stoppage time. We are into the 5 minutes of stoppage time. And Arsenal are 5 minutes away from the Champions League final. 5 minutes away from what would be just as an incredible, incredible result. Anyway, Lyon coming forward again. Are they going to make it nervy for us? Diani inside the box. That's a great tackle from Lotta. And now Arsenal on a counter-attack. Can maybe get the 5th goal, which would definitely seal it if it isn't sealed already. Brilliant work again from Caitlin Foord. She has just been incredible. What an incredible performance. And the Arsenal players looking relaxed on the bench. And it's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. And Diana's claiming she was pushed, but I wouldn't worry too much about that because it's not going to make any difference, is it? Sue says, how long's left? We're in stoppage time. We have got 5 minutes of stoppage time to play, and we've played 1 minute of those 5. Arsenal are 4 minutes away from being in the Champions League final. 4 minutes away. And Katie Reid is coming on. Wow, Katie Reid is going to be playing in the Champions League semi-final. Katie McCabe is going off for these last few minutes here, and she's smiling, and there's going to be a lot of smiles on Arsenal faces very, very shortly as Katie Reid replaces Katie McCabe. Oscar says Katie replacing Katie. Indeed, that is what is happening here. John says this is going to really spur the men's team on against PSG. I bet they're all watching. I'm sure they are watching, and hopefully it will spur them on as well. This is what you need to do to reach a Champions League final. This is the type of performance that you need to produce. The men have done it a few times this season in Europe. The women have done it again today. And we are going to be in that final. 3 minutes away now. Lyon need at least 2 goals to take it to extra time. And you can't honestly see that happening. But let's wait and see. Vicky says, well done, Katie. Loved her press conference, so confident. Yeah, no, it was great yesterday, the press conference. It was her and Renee, of course. Anyway, Lyon are coming forward again. There's a bit of space over on the far side for Diani. She gets the ball under control, and Katie Reid deals with that almost. And then the second cross comes in, and Daphne should grab that, and she does. And with 2.5 minutes to go, that is what we need. Daphne there did her job well there. Good play from Katie Reid as well, up against Diani. Wow, what a great learning experience that will be for her. And Arsenal are on the brink of the final. 2.5 minutes away. Daphne kicks it. Oh, actually, it wasn't a very good kick at all, was it? But it is going to find Caitlin Foord, and Arsenal do win a throw. Wow. And we are 2 minutes now away from the final. What an absolutely incredible, incredible night it has been here in Lyon. Arsenal have turned this around again. We turned it around in a quarter-final. We turned it around in a semi-final. Hopefully we won't need to turn it around in the final. That is just going to be, we'll just win at the game. It's 1.5 minutes away now, Arsenal. And the ball is back with Enla, the Lyon goalkeeper. Lyon are coming forward again, but surely it's just going to be in vain. I'm sure they'll want to get another goal back, but it's not going to mean anything in the overall scheme of things. Lyon are coming forward. We're into the last minute of stoppage time. Arsenal are so close to the final. The plane is on the runway. This cross comes in. It is going to be another chance. Is it for Lyon right at the end? No, it's not. Header there from Kim Little. And Arsenal will complete the clearance there with Kyra Cooney cross, I think it was, deep into stoppage time. Le Grand Prix says both Arsenal teams are bagging the trophy. Well, let's hope so. Let's hope so. The women are there, or almost there. There's still maybe one more piece of defending we might have to do. In fact, it was Beth Mead who hooked that ball away. We're into the last 50. Oh, there's a potential penalty check by VAR. Is it for a handball? Maybe. There's a penalty check. It will be. If Lyon get a penalty here, it will be the most pointless penalty in the history of football, because it will just about be time to take it, and then it will be the end of the game, even if they score. But anyway, let's have a look if it's likely to be a penalty. Oh, I don't know. Did that hit Beth's hand? Did that hit Beth's hand? What's the referee given? She's given a throw. It's not a penalty. It doesn't look like. Doesn't look like it is a penalty. I mean, it might have brushed Beth's hand. I'm not really sure, actually. It's difficult to tell. But that's what VAR is there for, I suppose, isn't it? We have played 5.5 minutes of stoppage time, and it isn't a penalty. It isn't a penalty. And surely, once this throw comes in, that will surely be that. once Arsenal get the ball back, you feel a cross comes in, it's deflected into the box. Arsenal do clear it away, not very far. In fact, there's a foul just on the edge of the boxes there. No referee says no. Lyon still got the ball. A cross comes in, an overhead kick over the bar, and surely that is it. That was La Sommer there with the acrobatics. We've played 6 minutes of stoppage time. There was only meant to be 5. There was a VAR checking all of that, which is why we're still playing on. But Arsenal are there. We are in the final. It's just a formality now of the full-time whistle. We take the goal kick, and not so much longer time there's going to be. But it's not going to matter too much, is it? There's not enough time for Lyon to stage a comeback. And Arsenal have done what we had to do tonight, and we've done it in spectacular fashion. And Le Sommer at the far post. Is it a corner? It is a corner. The time is running out. Joe's looking pensively on the touchline, and Arsenal have done what looked the impossible job. The goalkeeper's come up for this corner. The goalkeeper, Renee, did score an own goal. Is she going to get one at the other end as well at the end? She does get the header in, but Arsenal should clear this away. Stina Blackstenius puts it out. Come on, referee. She's done it. The full-time whistle's gone, and Arsenal have made the final of the Champions League. Wow, what an incredible performance it's been. It has finished here. Lyon 1, Arsenal 4. That is Lyon 3, Arsenal 5 on aggregate. What a performance from Arsenal tonight. It was almost perfect. Fantastic effort from everybody. Just a magnificent performance. And the players are celebrating on the pitch. And quite rightly so. Fully deserved that victory as well. It was a fantastic Arsenal performance from start to finish. Everybody played their part in that win. Wow, incredible performance. Somehow Arsenal have pulled it out of the bag. We lost 2-1 at home last week. I didn't think we could do it. I've got to be honest. I did not think we could do it. But we have done it. It was an own goal after 5 minutes from the goalkeeper. Christian Endler gave us the lead. Mariona's goal in stoppage time at the end of the first half, that really did put a dagger in the Lyon hearts. And then Russo's goal right at the start of the second half. It was a mistake at the back, and we made them pay. The fourth goal was another mistake, actually, as well. It was a slip at the back by Vanessa Gilles, and Caitlin Foord got the goal she deserved. And, wow, what an incredible performance from Arsenal. Lyon didn't take the defeat particularly well, although they are congratulating the Arsenal players now. And Ellie Carpenter and Caitlin Foord to have made up. But we don't care about that, do we? Arsenal are in a second Champions League final, the first one since 2007. And we have done it in magnificent fashion as well. We wasn't lucky to go through. We didn't scrape through. We absolutely smashed Lyon today. Maybe the 4-1 scoreline doesn't actually tell the story of how great we played. Honestly, that was such a good performance. Just incredible. And Arsenal are in the final. It will be Arsenal versus Barcelona in Lisbon on the 24th of May. Desmond says, so proud. Thank you. Love you now. Bring it home indeed. Come on. We need to win it now, don't we? It's no good being in finals if you don't win it. But wow, we're there. And that's all you can do, isn't it? Jerry says, good job, ladies. Buzzing. I think we all are. That was just quite incredible. That was quite incredible, wasn't it? Just wow. I've got to be honest, I'm almost in shock at how well we played. I shouldn't be, because we've seen this team perform like this. We've seen this team score goals for fun all season. But to do it at that stage against a team like Lyon, 8-time winners of the Champions League, and to do it like that, just incredible stuff. Ryan says, if we can be all over Barca like a rash, we have a good chance. Absolutely. It's a 50-50 game, isn't it? It's a final. Anything can happen. Anybody can beat anybody in a final. But we are there in Lisbon in the final, the 24th of May. That is a date for your diary. That is going to be something quite incredible, isn't it? The 24th of May. Jerry says, England is red. Indeed, London is red, as always, as it always will be. Miracle says there, this is the confidence the men need. Exactly, yeah. Will says, flight to Munich, flight to Lisbon. I'm going to be out of pocket. Yeah, exactly. That's the other downside, isn't it? Empress 29 says, fantastic win indeed. Good job, ladies. Incredible performance. Ag says, bye-bye, Chelsea. Yeah, we can laugh at Chelsea losing now, can't we? We can laugh at them losing because we have done our job. Wen says, please give highlights to the game. I can't give highlights to the game, but they'll be on YouTube later, I'm sure. Joe says, this is the best I've seen us play for years. Absolutely, 100%. Just a fantastic performance. Regina says, where is the final? It's in Lisbon on the 24th of May in Lisbon. Joe says, in Renee, indeed, yes. You know, I know there's one or two people in the show that's maybe doubted Renee. We can't doubt her now, can we, after that? Absolutely not. We cannot doubt her now. Incredible. Delwai says, well done, girls. Indeed, well done. It was a magnificent performance, wasn't it? It just was quite incredible. Absolutely incredible. But as I said before, getting to a final is great, but you've got to win it when you get there, haven't you? You've got to win it. We need to produce a performance like tonight. We need to produce a performance like that in the final, sorry. We'll have a hell of a chance then, won't we? Barcelona are a very good team. They've just put 8 past Chelsea in 2 legs. But if we play like that, we can beat anyone. We can beat anyone. And yeah, let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Jerry says there, could have won the title had Renee been in charge in the beginning. Maybe. Matthew said, I went with 2-0 Arsenal. It turned out better. It did indeed. I don't think anyone predicted 4-1. Marcus says, great performance indeed. Jimmy says, who was the player of the match? I think Mariona got player of the match. For me, Caitlin Foord was a player of the match. I thought she was just incredible today and got a goal as well, which definitely she deserved. Kaimeni says, it's coming home. Well, let's hope it is coming home. Ag says, good night to you all from Östergötland, Sweden. Yep, and we'll see you soon, Ag, I'm sure. We'll be a Tuesday, of course, for the men's semi-final. The women have led the way, though, haven't they? They have led the way today with that performance there, which was just incredible. Arsenal are in the Champions League final. We are in the final. Can you believe that? I don't know. I know we had a long time to get used to it, you know, because we were leading 4-0 early in the second half, and we had a lot of time. But actually knowing that it's done, we've won, we are in the final. It's an incredible feeling. This team deserve it. And I think, you know, the fans deserve it as well. We've got the biggest and best fans in the entire world in women's football, and we all deserve it. We've all played a part in the growth of this team, in the growth of the club over the years. And, you know, we're in the final. We are in the final. Wow. Incredible. Incredible. John says, we've got 26 days to work out a plan to beat Barcelona. Well, they've got 26 days to work out a plan how to beat us. Because, you know, what anybody says, Barcelona would have watched that game and they'll know that we can cause them problems. They will know they'll be in a game in that final. They know they will. So, you know, let them, yes, we need to have a plan for them. Of course we do. But let them worry about us as well, you know. They would have seen a lot to worry about there in that performance, I'm sure. Gret says, yeah, bye-bye now, I'll take a walk. It has been lovely weather here today. It's been lovely weather here. Now it's cooling off. See you next time. Good night to all of you. Thanks for the company. Take care. And yourself, my friend. We will see you soon, I'm sure. Jimmy says, you all have a great night from the Great White North. Indeed. Joe says, hey, Terry, in Met Renee. Indeed. Absolutely. So proud of this fantastic team. On our day, we can beat anyone. Absolutely, we can. Just imagine both. Everyone's talking about both men and the women in the final. Well, the men have got to do it. The women have done it. The men have got a lot to do still. Let's see if they can do it this week. El Loco says, we made it through because Zinsberger was not in goal. Exactly. I think we all agree with that. Respect says, Arsenal will win it. Well, I really hope so. Terry says, Joe, I agree, get her out. No, we're not getting her out, are we? Andrea says, this must be a dream, or is it real? No, my friend, and it is real. I hope it's real. Otherwise, we've all had this dream together, haven't we? Wow, incredible. Joseph says, Champions League finalist, great performance. What the women can do, the men can do better. Well, let's see if they can. Let's see if they can. They've got to prove it now, haven't they? But wow, that was remarkable. I mean, wow. I don't think there's much we can add in terms of the performance, is there? There doesn't seem to be much that we can add to that performance. It was just unexpectedly brilliant. Andrea says, my heart rate exploded. Well, to be honest with you, it was a lot more comfortable than I assumed it would be. You know, just because we got the goals, didn't we, early on? They just showed a clip there of Arsenal winning the Champions League the last time in 2007. Emma Hayes was there, obviously, because she was on the coaching staff. The only time she's going to win the Champions League with Arsenal, because she never managed it with Chelsea, did she? And that's going to be the only time. And Arsenal might do it again. John says the men can't do better. They can do exactly. Yeah, they can do the same. Exactly. Well, let's see. One of them might win it. One of them might not. Elako says my player of the match is Kim Little. She ran the midfield single-handedly. No wonder Renee trusts her. No, absolutely. She had a great game again. Both Arsenal teams are lifting the trophies, dreaming already. Well, yeah, it would be incredible, wouldn't it? It would be incredible. The backline plays better without Zinsberg. Absolutely does. Joe says Mariona's goal just before half-time really rattled them. It did, yeah. That was a key moment, wasn't it? Rendition says Barca v Arsenal, Champions League and Women's Champions League. Well, it could be. It could be. Terry says, well done, chat. 204 likes. Let's get to 210. Desmond says the ladies will inspire the men. Well, maybe they will. Maybe they will. Michael says, congrats, well done. Well, we'll see you in the final, my friend. We will see you in the final. And what happens, that happens, isn't it? I mean, if you beat us in the final, you know, I don't think there'll be too much surprise. But it's a one-off game. And one-off games, anything can happen. And we're certainly good enough to give Barcelona a game in that final. And who knows, maybe we can do it as well. Michael says, great to see our ladies in the final. Coming to Arsenal indeed. Rajendra says, we are Europe's #1 supported team. We had more than Lyon at the semi. No, exactly, yeah. And I say, I think the fans, the club deserve it, don't they? The club deserve this. The fans deserve it. The players deserve it. Renee deserves it. But it's no good reaching a final to lose, is it? It's no good reaching a final to lose. We have to do it. We have to make sure that we win when we're there. And yeah, let's hope that we do. And I'm sure that we'll give it a hell of a go. I don't think there's any doubt about that. They'll give it everything, this team. And who knows? Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. Steve says, can 2025 be the year of Arsenal? Well, it could be. Terry says, to be honest, our first 3 goals couldn't have come at a better time than the fourth. Exactly, yeah. An early goal, one either side of half-time, and then, of course, the fourth goal on about the hour mark. It certainly couldn't have come at any better time. And, yeah, just incredible scenes there as well on the pitch. The players celebrating. And, you know, Kim Little was in tears, I think, as well, actually. Well, she's had a journey at Arsenal, hasn't she, Kim Little, the captain. And she's captained this team to the final. Joe says, what a turnaround when Arsenal lost against Bayern. Exactly, yeah, we mentioned that earlier on. Patrick says, congratulations, Arsenal ladies. Indeed, congratulations to the ladies. They played fantastic and fully deserved that. Over the 2 legs, I don't think there's much doubt. You know, I know last week's game, Lyon just shaded it, I think. But today, we absolutely bossed that game from start to finish. Absolutely brilliant. John says both men and women getting to the final will possibly be a new record. Probably not. Barcelona's men and women have probably got to the final in the same year. I don't know. Obviously, it'll be no English team's ever done that. In fact, Arsenal, there's not. We've had 2 semi-finals. We've never had 2 semi-finalists in the men and the women in the same year. So that's a record in itself. But we've now got to the final. The women have got to the final. El Loco says Russo's goal was a clincher. The timing of it knocked Lyon dead. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it definitely did. But I thought this goal just before half time though as well to put us in front because we hadn't been in front before. And to go in front just before half time, that was a real big moment, wasn't it? Joe says, I'm going to get drunk to celebrate a phenomenal game and result. You crack on and enjoy yourself. Why not? We don't get to see moments like this very often, do we? LG says, Chelsea did it in 2021. Oh, you what? Get to the final? Oh, yeah, maybe they did actually, yeah, because the men won and the women lost, didn't they? Actually, yeah, you're right. Matthew says, we saw Captain Little today. Indeed, we did. Andrea says, we started the group stage being humiliated in Munich 5-2, and look where we are now. Simply fantastic. Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely, you know, what a turnaround it's been. None of us would have predicted that, would we, when we lost that game in Bayern? I didn't even think we'd qualify out of the group. Wow. Just it's been a hell of a journey this season, hasn't it? From where we were to where we are now. And yeah, let's let's finish the job there now. Let's finish the job. Bold statement says, Kim Little, the defensive unit is amazing. Watching our forward grow on demolition setting, just uprooted all of Lyon ego. A big up to us. Yeah, indeed, that's what it was about, wasn't it? Absolutely. Joe says, I knew they would do it. Yeah, you knew they would do it. Yeah, well, we all knew they would do it. Anyway, I'm sure you watched it, really, didn't you? You didn't actually not watch it, did you? Anyway, brilliant stuff. Actually, Kim Little's just been interviewed, so we need to listen to her. Well, there you go, Kim Little. Obviously, very, very happy. Very, very happy. And why not? Indeed. Mohammed says, yeah, it will be a new record to face Barcelona men and women. It would be, but neither the men, Barcelona or Arsenal men's team are in the final yet. There's still semi-finals to be played in that one. The women's semi-finals are sorted. But yeah, let's see what happens. Leah says, who has scored the Arsenal goals apart from Mariona? It was an own goal from the goalkeeper, Leslie Russo, and Caitlin Foord got the other two. Desmond says, great stream, newly subscribed. Looking forward to your next stream. I think that's my friend. I'll be a Tuesday, of course, for the men's semi-final against PSG. So join me for that one. Joe just gone through the goal scorers there. Armanum didn't get the first goal. It was an own goal, actually. Terry says, Kim said basically, Utmed Renee. Hope that helps. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. I mean, well, look, you know, I don't think any of us could have dreamed of the game going as well as it ended up going We all hoped we could do it. We all hoped we could be in the final. But to actually have done it in the way that we did, not only now is it great to be in a final, we've given ourselves belief that we can go on and win it. We really have. It was a brilliant performance today. One of many brilliant performances this season. We've still got a few league games to play to get that top 3 as a backup. Second place would be great. So let's not relax. We're playing Wednesday, of course, at Aston Villa. Let's get the result there. But yeah, wow. What an exciting time, eh? What an exciting time. Joe says, what a day. England is red. Indeed, it is, as always red. Anyway, look, listen, I'm going to go. I've got stuff to be sorting out, and I want to enjoy the evening, enjoying Arsenal being in the Champions League final. Wow. Looking to maybe some travel plans, who knows. Anyway, it's been great. Thank you very much. Obviously, a lot of people watched today. I appreciate everybody. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. Give us a like before you go. I'll be back Tuesday, of course, for the men's semi-final first leg. The women have set the standard now. The men have got to follow that up and repeat that in their semi-final as well. And hopefully it could be 2 Arsenal finals in the Champions League. Wow, that would be an incredible finish to the season, wouldn't it? Chan says, back-to-back comebacks. Indeed, it has been. Andreas says, see you all Friday in our show. Can't wait. Indeed, we'll be, of course, Friday evening for the Arsenal women's show. That's going to be that might be quite an exciting show, might it? Quite an enjoyable show. So join us for that on Friday, definitely at 7:30. And of course, in the meantime, I'll be back Tuesday for the men's game as well. John says, thanks for the coverage. It's been great. See you Tuesday. Indeed. Well, Tuesday's got a lot to live up to now, hasn't it? The men have got a lot to live up to after that performance there. The Arsenal women are in the Champions League final. Wow, what a comeback it was. We started the day 2-1 down. We have finished the day 5-3 up. We are in the final, 24th of May in Lisbon. Barcelona versus Arsenal. That is going to be something to look forward to. And can the men repeat it on Tuesday? You'll have to join me for that one. The goals tonight, it was an own goal by the goalkeeper, Endler, after 5 minutes. Just before half-time, Mariona made it 2-0. Arsenal ahead for the first time in the semi-final. Start of the second half, Leslie Russo made it 3-0. And then a mistake at the back from Lyon and Foord got a goal to make it 4-0. That basically put us in the final. De Mornay did pull one back near the end for Lyon, which maybe was the only downside for Arsenal, not a clean sheet, but it didn't matter in the end. Arsenal are in the Champions League final. Fantastic. Terry says, see you Friday, Lordy. Have a great week. Indeed, we'll all have a great week now. Well, we'll have a good week till Tuesday, maybe, till the men come along. Hopefully, they'll continue the feel-good factor. That is it then, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. I say, if you are new here, please give us a like. Please consider subscribing to the channel as well. Arsenal are in 1 Champions League final. Can we make it 2? Join me Tuesday. I'll be 7:45 for all the action there from the Emirates. That is going to be unbelievable as well, isn't it? So join me for that. We'll see you soon, guys. Come on, you Gunners. We're in the final. Wow. Brilliant stuff. Well done, Arsenal. Congratulations to the girls. We'll see you Tuesday.